All right, we got it all out of our system. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 6. Oh, that's cool. I got the numbers right. Episode 6 of the Red Mire Hunt. We're all here, we're present, and we're ready to let things proceed as we had a very sudden end to the last session, let's say. But just a little bit of a recap to where everybody ended up very exactly where they
Evan
are. For
just
instance,
left?
Evan just outroed. I think he dapped up the camera and just walked into the sea.
Oh, man.
But no, to recap, last week's episode was dinner. Technically, you all were after having a day, actually making it to the Red Mire. The Baron wanted to take you out, kind of see the grounds of the hunt, and immediately being somewhat ambushed on the path. These weird amalgamations of kind of this like coagulated blood coming out of the Red Mire swamp itself, and taking the life of one of the halberdiers that came with Lord Edmure. After all that transpired and you guys went back, there was a lot of grilling the Baron himself. A lot of questions, a lot of things. Corey, are you okay? I'm sorry, I just saw a car's headlights hit your face. But after that, the dinner that was promised before the mood got very soured took place. You guys, most of you sat down to eat, with a strong exception of Gallon, who made his way to his room to meditate and be somewhat mindful in that space. Overhearing some things along the way, there's various points where people going in and out of dinner. Venturing forward further in the castle, there's an exchange between Gallon and Braff as Braff made his way back to the room, finding out where Gallon was, and Gallon handing him an unsigned and unedited will of a former family member, and saying, if you must, leave without me. To which Braff went back to dinner, got a little bit more information back and forth. More eyes were on the whip, as very prominently on the table, Cordell left his whip there, softly glowing most of the while at dinner, until he went to the bathroom and decided to summon it back to himself before having a brief discussion about the potential moral implications of burning down the hall with everybody inside. But with that set aside, dinner proceeded, the Baron going to bed quite early on in the night, as well as Cedric and Daniels and the different servants you've seen moving around, getting the food and such prepared. But there's kind of a group of you, Cordell, Braff, Richter, and then the 2 Knights of the Mason Order. You guys kind of decided that the safest place to sleep would be in the tower. And upon getting to the tower, thankfully it was unlocked, and seeing more evidence, more and more different characters traveling through, especially Gallon, just found more evidence of this castle not really being inhabited in certain areas. A lot of just dust kind of settling. The Mason Order's tower was no exception. But as you guys were getting ready to kind of decide on how to spend the night, you did realize that Gallon was not present. Braff let it slip that Gallon was not really in bed, but he went hunting. He said he was going hunting, and you guys decided to all travel together in lieu of splitting up and head further into the castle, further into the keep to actually find him. Whereas Gallon, after doing some exploring, finding some differently arrayed bits of evidence, finding things where there was muddy footprints in places where they didn't make sense. There was kind of mud on certain walls in places where it didn't seem like people could travel. Getting more direct information about that in particular, as it seems like, there was a little bit of you were able to get the stench of a more familiar foe. You were able to isolate that it wasn't a humanoid or a human that you were hunting. It could be something more nefarious in its own way. Traveling further on, hearing more noises in the castle, you decide to lead yourself higher and higher into the castle, as you do when you hear creepy noises, and you are a blood hunter. Making way into the Baron's room, you did step inside what was essentially the servants' quarters of the room to kind of avert the gaze of the Baron. But once he was inside, he did make it known that he knew you were there. You revealed yourself, and he did tell you that Voldra, not Voldira, as I accidentally added another vowel to a 5-letter word, which is I would recommend doing all the time. But he did say that Voldira said hello before casting silence in the room around you two. And from there, I think that's a great place to pick it up if you guys are ready to get going. You guys ready to start exploring?
Let's
all right.
my guy.
Well, Galen, we're going to leave you there as we go to Braff and return to Cordell.
And yeah, I knew that was coming. I had a feeling. Nice.
As you guys have left the tower itself, again, night has properly set in, just kind of setting the stage a little bit. Here for the environment. Again, you guys are kind of, at this point, still on the wall in front of the tower. The courtyard's below. You can see plenty of stars in the sky. You can see the moon making its way overhead, currently being kind of covered by some clouds, kind of coming forward. The night is very young. Sunset is kind of, all evidence of sunset is kind of gone from the sky. But, it's not terribly late.
How long has it been since dinner started?
Since dinner started, maybe 3 hours.
3 hours.
If you're asking about your mage armor, I would say you probably have been burning it for 5 hours.
Dinner was 3 hours long? Holy shit.
It was there. You guys were moving around. You were doing stuff. I will... You're right. It fucking felt like 3 hours because we were playing it. But I think the terms of the game, what actually happened, it was probably more an hour.
Okay.
Because people weren't like... It wasn't like a lavish... comfortable feast. It was an uncomfortable kind of hurried dinner that just happened to be planned for a more comfortable, lavish feast.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Evan, I enjoy watching you gallivant around your house. I will say.
Second question: did we go out the front door and up the battlements like stairs to get to the tower, or did we go through the keep?
My understanding was to get to the tower itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, my understanding was you guys went through the front doors into the courtyard and then went up the stairs to the wall to the.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Okay, so as we exit the tower again, I'm just gonna say out to everyone. I think that we should probably go ahead and go through the way we came, and then I have a feeling that we should check the room that he's staying at, and then maybe if he's not there, if he's not done doing whatever he's doing, then we can search more of the grounds. But that's where I think we should at least start.
All right. Well, let's get in there, and I guess we'll figure it out from there. We'll see what we need to do. Hopefully, he's close by.
Yes, hopefully. And let's look so. And I'll like start like in like a jog.
Oh, you're just moving.
Yeah, I'm not gonna full sprint, but I'm at least jog, and then probably keep my eyes peeled as well as we're making our way, see if anything's shifting or moving or being weird.
Gotcha. Cordell and Richter, are you guys kind of mirroring that? You guys going to kind of jog around? Is there anything in particular you're going to do instead?
I'll probably walk, as long as I can keep him in like sight. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to use.
Seeing you walk, I sprint.
Richter, are you then going to jog as these two are?
Yeah, I'll stay exactly equidistant from both of them.
Okay.
No, I'll try and keep up with
Braff kind of.
Yeah,
Braff making his way down the stairs and kind of sprinting off ahead. You just kind of doing a bit more than a hurried gait in response to what Braff is doing, I guess. But they're kind of still moving slow, spending a little bit more time looking around. You're gonna be probably more naturally being middle of the road here, traveling with the two knights, Anders and Cyrus, as they're kind of, doing the similar thing as, you, Cordell, are obviously hanging back. I would like the three of you to make me perception checks.
Aye, Captain.
I will say the DC's modified for your rate of speed.
Yes, sir.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Well, we didn't need it, did we?
Which one do I want to start off with? Fuck it.
That's a good point. Yeah, pick your die for the day. I didn't even do that myself. Let me. Ooh.
That'll be a strong 18.
Damn.
Nice.
To start.
Yeah, 14.
14.
What the heck?
Okay.
He said natural
Richard,
1.
you're moving through. You have like Cyrus in front of you. Anders a bit behind. He has his bow out, whereas Cyrus just has his buckler and sword. Like, he has the buckler on, sword still in the scabbard. as he's making his way down. They're just kind of in your way here, so as you're kind of moving through, you're just hearing all the clanking of the kind of their different armors and such. They're kind of adjusting themselves somewhat ready. Really, the only plate armor in this situation is really the buckler, and then like the one heavily armored kind of like arm that comes to like a half plate that Cyrus is wearing. And they're going cloakless at this point too. They took them off inside the tower and left them there. For one, as a bit of a sign that they were there if someone was to come and look, but also so they are freed of movement. They're in a better situation than perhaps they even were on the trail. So just like all this kind of motion around you is kind of muddling things. For you, Braff, as you're just traveling up and around, it's very quiet on the grounds as you're moving through, but you do hear up in the actual, as you're moving up towards the hall, you do hear like a little bit of movement inside. You do hear like some walking and steps and such. So there's somebody up there. But Cordell, you're traveling in the back. Everyone's moving down the stairs. You're on the wall, and behind you, good distance away. This way. Hey, Cordell, right? Cordell. Someone's speaking to you from behind.
I will look behind me.
Okay. You turn up behind you, kind of standing up on the wall. He's like kind of leaning up, kind of around, kind of like a parapet, as the wall kind of snakes to an extent. It's kind of on one side of it. But looking over, you see a face you kind of recognize, as you did meet him briefly. I'll say you do recognize him enough, like looking at him. You know him as you see this older man, kind of rugged, beat up clothes and such, kind of, like capped hair, but it's kind of messy and such. But you see Larry, the carriage driver for Edmure, well, the Halberdiers, who was left behind all the way back in town earlier today. Seems like
yes, that's me.
Yeah. So what's going on over here? I just got here and everything's quiet. You guys are all moving like ghosts.
God. And you just got here.
Yeah.
How'd you get here?
Walked. I left the carriage.
Damn it.
But yeah, But what's going?
There's some.
And I'll say, Braff, you're hearing the motion ahead of you. Richter, and Sayonara Richter. He is traveling with the knights. He is moving up. I would say, with your guys' rules, you being further away, Braff. Unless Cordell is calling attention to what's happening, you guys are moving.
No, I'm not.
You're still up on the wall, Cordell. So you have your bird's eye view of what's going on in the courtyard. But
and where is this carriage driver? Larry, is that his name?
yes, he's just on the wall. He's on the wall, like maybe 10 feet from you. Like he's kind of. He was on the other side of the tower when you guys exited.
Okay. I don't know to say back to him. We got attacked, and now everyone's kind of on edge. So be careful.
You want to get out of here?
We all want to get out of here.
I could take you out of here right now. Like we can go. We can just go.
I'm so nervous.
The music. What do you mean we can just go?
I mean, he looks around and he looks down at the corridor to all your friends, and it kind of like leans a little bit more in. I knew the plan for what the hunt was, and it seems like things are different now, and I don't like what's happening out here. I don't like what's going on, so we can just leave. We don't have to stay here. We don't have to participate in any.
What about Edmure?
I'm sure.
Else?
Oh, I'm sure he is where he is. I can't get to him, and he gestures over to the keep. At this point, with Braff kind of making your way, Braff, you are making your way kind of towards the front door, which has been closed now.
Right.
I don't think you would remember quite. You closed it, but you're coming up a closed, heavy wooden door and hearing noise within, some like shuffling footsteps and stuff. You hear just activity, and I would like you to roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Wait, so when I was coming down, I heard activity in the hall, in
the hall. This
okay.
is the double doors into the actual dining hall.
Gotcha. Oh, baby, let's go. I find that if you don't think too hard or want high rolls too hard, you don't think when you roll the dice, it rolls. Well, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I don't think at all, which is why I roll high.
Yeah, 21.
Okay, yeah, Like you just hear this and you just kind of just fucking drop, like just noise motion. And I'm gonna roll really quick. Okay. Traveling down, kind of making some noises, just moving down. You would hear this, Richter, as they're moving. You do hear Anders behind you, like, oh, hey, let's easy. It's like Breath's on edge about something. And then they are gonna roll stealth checks as well as they make their way up. And Richter, this is communicated to you, so you can roll stealth as well.
All right.
If you choose.
I choose.
Just saying, you don't got to.
Hey, everyone press right stick.
16.
Awesome. There's a little bit of noise kind of coming from Cyrus in the front with his plate, like just what is of plate on himself. But he does kind of drop down. He kind of notices he's making some noise, and he kind of like hangs back and allows Anders to make his way past him, and allows you, Richter, if you're following him, to kind of make his way past, kind of moving up towards Braff.
Okay, how far are we from Braff right now?
I would say you guys have left the stairs a little bit. Like, you guys are kind of
What
partway in the
the
courtyard. Braff's kind of partway in the
Why is
courtyard.
that even more creepy?
I also want to know, I can't really hear the music right now.
Dude, it just started screaming. I thought it was part of the ambiance. I got so scared.
Oh, yeah, that actually works. Okay, actually, it's fine. I'm gonna let it ride.
What?
I'm gonna have to turn it
This
down.
actually works very well. Yeah, so you guys probably have like a 30-foot distance between each other. With you, Braff, you're probably 20 feet from the front door. You guys are maybe 20 feet, you, Richter, and your group, about 20 feet maybe away. I am switching this. Away from the...
Is it still working?
No, I heard like...
Yeah, it wasn't even that long of a song. It's like switched to like techno funk.
That's great, and that's why I love playlists
Okay.
that are reliable and bots that play them well.
We love you, Nero Bot. Anyway.
We love you, Nero. As every Roman rolls in their grave.
Silly.
Yeah, but no, you guys, there is a distance between you guys. But I will return, of course, to you. He proposed what he said. He said, you and I can get on here. I'm not really worried about Edmure, and I don't really want to go back inside the keep. As you did turn, you kind of see them. Everyone kind of tense out in the courtyard. It seems like there's something they're hearing. There's something that's going on inside. They seem on edge, and it could be 1,000 things. Ori, are you frozen right now?
Oh.
Ori.
I was wondering. I was like,
I didn't mean to. I keep sending hitmen after you guys. I didn't expect him to cut the internet
yeah,
first.
it just slices internet
Yeah.
first thing.
My power just flickered pretty heavy.
Oh.
So I bet.
Oh, man.
I wonder if that
Well,
means-
he's not far from you.
Corey Stacy.
What a time to cut out.
Man. It's only supposed to go one way, the suspense in the horror. It's not supposed to go this way.
Yeah, now
Drop.
you have to have suspense.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Get
That's
scared.
fine. For you guys in there, I would say you Breath, you do hear the kind of the stirring, kind of the shuffling footsteps. You hear move, like it almost sounds like things are being moved around. Like you can hear like kind of the scratching across wood and such, as like maybe different pieces of furniture or something are moving inside. But the noises continue as you're getting closer. We lost a real one. Do we want to see what's going on with Corey, or do we want to?
Let's take a second.
You want to take 5? Internet issues?
Take 5. Yeah.
But
Okay.
Don't stop streaming.
No.
Let the people
Yes.
see the reality.
No.
I am okay trying to. Oh yeah, he said internet died. Be back soon.
Yeah. He did text. That's why I was not.
Yeah, so that's good. So we can take 5.
Cool.
Or 10.
Yeah, we'll be
30.
on a short
Nah,
break
5.
until we get this dude back. BRB.
Yeah. Dude, right when I'm getting them with it. Right when I'm getting them with it.
Right
dude.
when you're about to hit
That's
him
it.
with it.
We did it. We're back. We brought Corey back to life. I just canceled the payment to the hitman, and then he just resuscitated him. So
Thank you.
that's a sneaky little trick for you guys for when that comes up in your
Oh, yeah.
day-to-day lives.
Your card declined, so he revived him.
Right, yeah. No, that's It happens to the best of us.
So you know what? I'm gonna unhit this man.
A common mistake.
There we go.
Unhit this man is not a sentence I wanted to hear, but it was on stream and it was recorded for everybody, so that's good.
Too goddamn bad.
But Corey Cordell,
Yes.
again, I put it in front of you here. Just again, just for a little bit here, but Braff and Richter, to an extent, you with the Mason Knights, you can now hear kind of this moving of like stepping and furniture kind of moving around inside the main thoroughfare, inside this main, the hall where you guys just ate dinner just not long ago at all. But for you, as he mentioned, not going into the keep, as Larry, the carriage driver, mentioned not wanting to go into the keep, you do look back and see your friends kind of tensed up around the door. And I did want to reiterate that because I was saying all that, then your face stopped moving. So I don't know how much of that you got.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that. So he doesn't want to go in the keep, and we can see them at the door. Is that correct?
You can see them getting close to the door, yeah.
Okay.
They're getting kind of tense around.
Does he come off like truthful? Can I do some sort of insight check on him?
Absolutely, you can do insight.
9.
9's not bad. Well, for one, you met this guy very briefly. Again, just because it was quite a while ago now for us, but for your character, it was just the day before. He was the guy that was kind of at dinner, kind of like Edmure was kind of kept socially blundering, and this was the guy who kept like being very like kind to Edmure and such, like kind of reassuring him, pepping him up. But he also had like a distinct kind of like a bit of a kind of like a twang to his voice to an extent. Like there was definitely a bit of some form of accent you couldn't quite place. And here he's speaking without one.
Oh boy.
How do you propose we get out of here?
Oh, I can take you out of here like right now. No problem.
Just a night? You want to trek through these woods?
Well, yeah, however we need to get back to the town. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm rooting for you and everybody here. I want everybody to get home safe, you know? But if I have to choose, and he kind of gestures to the keep, I feel like right now I have to choose. You're the only one I'm looking at right now. So yeah, you and I, we can get out of here.
Can you remind me how Edmure knows the Baron?
Edmure is his cousin.
Interesting. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I didn't expect it either. But you know what? I was about to say we're gonna keep it going, but it's okay. We don't need a march. We don't need a march. Also, someone in the Discord channel changed the description to "Let's kill the DM." So thanks, everybody. I appreciate it.
Wait, what?
In the general voice channels, the subtext underneath it, it did formally say "R.I.P. I just killed this man," but now we're here.
How about we grab another man or two and head out?
If you wanna go talk to your friends or whatever it is you need to do, you go ahead and do that.
Okay, can I roll inside again?
Absolutely.
Yes. So I want to fire. 17.
17. On a 17, okay, especially knowing a little bit about, like, there was an accent in here that isn't quite present, and there could be a lot of things going on with that, right? And I think for one, I think you're getting the impression from him, how he's speaking to you now is probably a lot more true to how he seems comfortable speaking. He's being a lot more direct. He's being, he's just trying to, help you out in a way. But there is a bit of him that, like, when he's like offers you to go find your friends, he seems a little like there's a bit of him that just seems like his composure kind of stays the same. This craggly old kind of looking guy with the messy beard and such. There's a point of him that does seem like there's that twinge of just disappointment.
Would you want to stay here for the night?
You want to stay here for the night? I'll see about getting you in the morning.
But you don't want to stay?
I don't know if I have much of a choice now, do I?
I say we just go.
You and I?
Let's do it.
We absolutely can. How comfortable are you leaving everybody here? That's the only thing you need to make peace with.
Very.
Very comfortable with leaving everybody here.
Yes.
And with that, he kind of like makes his way over to you, and he's like walking towards you. He was kind of hobbling a bit earlier. He's standing tall now, walking over to you, up kind of fully in the light here. He's like, I need to leave here about now, quick as we can. So if you want to come with me, we can go, and perhaps we'll be safe far away from here.
Let's go.
All right, go ahead and roll me a stealth check as Larry gestures for you to come with him.
See, I wasn't nervous about the interaction. I was nervous what Corey was gonna do.
26.
26.
Yes.
You drop down, kind of like to just go out of view. I won't actually let Braff or Richter roll me check at this point. If you guys would like to argue the reason why you might look back and try to see him, yeah,
Keep going.
sense. Yeah, and then you drop down like Ghost and make your way along the walls towards wherever you are being led.
Nice.
Gallon, buddy. I'm gonna need you to roll me initiative.
I'll do just that.
There's a lot of things happening to a lot of people right now.
Do you want me to play combat
was
music?
that Todd? Huh?
Do you want me to play combat music? Because I switched over to the home studio since Nearobot was being inconsistent.
Oh, it's already
The
playing.
home studio? Yeah, if you're playing your music, then yeah, go ahead.
Well, what's the
I wouldn't
vibe? You
say
want it-
combat music yet.
Okay,
we got,
okay.
we got,
We're gonna be jumping
we got the-
character to character as things happen here.
We got the Witcher theme playing, bro. We're
We
good.
do. We do have the Witcher thing playing.
I rolled a 16, my friend.
A 16 does a 5. You up in the room. The Baron naming a name you have not heard and perhaps have not thought of intentionally in years, and then immediately silencing everything around the room. You heard the whistling of the wind coming through the balcony. You heard like the flicker of candles. You heard like the boot steps he made, and now all you're really able to hear is this like thumping of just your own heartbeat you can hear in your ears as you are essentially put into a sensory deprivation tank of noiselessness.
I guess unwittingly, my heart would be beating a little bit faster.
Mm.
And I guess if anyone was there to see Gallon, he would be slightly taken back.
Mm-hmm.
Or taken aback, yeah.
It's you won the initiative, my friend. So you go ahead and tell me what you would like to do here.
Alright, so for my bonus action, so he'll cast silence. I'll hesitate for a slight second, but then I'll point my sword towards him, and I will utter in.
Oh no!
Does it
Connor.
require a verbal component?
Huh?
Is it something that requires?
This is more.
Okay.
This is more flavor. I guess
problem.
you wouldn't. My mouth would move, but you wouldn't really. Nobody would hear it. I'll utter in abyssal. I will say, I curse thee, I cast thee down, and I will use the blood curse of the marked, which will. And I will amplify it. So I will take 1 Hemocraft die of necrotic damage. 2. And I will mark this freak
Okay.
which will give amplifying. It gives me the next attack roll. We'll have advantage, and then any attack roll for this turn will deal an extra Hemocraft die of damage.
Yeah. Amplified. That's with it amplified, right?
That's with it amplified, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
How far away is he?
He is 20 feet from you.
And then I will launch into the attack.
All right, go ahead. You utter your words as you utter your words in silence, and then you just draw your glowing radiant blade at this point.
Yeah, it's shining bright light if he's within 20 feet of me.
Oh yeah, he sees the bright light.
All right,
you are
I'll
free.
swing to attack him.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
First roll. I'm stressing, dude. 10. I'm glad I have advantage. 16 for the first hit.
16 hits.
Alright, so the first swing,
Mhm.
I'll do like a cleave down overhead.
Right. He doesn't really. His body language, by the way, you're coming up at him, and he kind of like takes like a step back towards you and gets like defensive, but he doesn't really have anything to raise and answer this. So when you slash at him, he kind of is only just moving his body back, and it's still going to catch him.
First hit. Okay.
Mhm.
I will roll. I'll be using it in two hands. The longsword.
Got you. Yeah.
Is this creature undead?
This creature is.
Say it one more time.
Is this creature?
This creature
undead?
is undead, and there is a little bit more going here. Go ahead.
That'll be 24 points of radiant damage.
God
for the
damn.
first attack.
You just go light up in this. You just see this blistering, like as the blade cuts through. You can see the flesh like rippling and like singeing as it comes through, and his entire body like vibrates, and you can see like just like almost like a blots in the skin just kind of like bubble up and like contort his face and stuff. It kind of like almost liquefies before going back into the form. As you drop 24 points.
Silent. I guess it's silent, but
It's silent.
yeah, I'm gonna let out
But
sort of a yell, and then I gotta have one more attack.
on save, he saved this. Oh yeah, silence is still up.
Hold on. Counter offer.
Oh yeah, please.
I have
We're dealing.
defeat Mage Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
He will roll his concentration saving throws with disadvantage.
All right. Well, that was he needs what is it? He needs an 8 on the die to keep this. That's a 6. You slash him through, comes out and through, and just like you just hear, and just like you just feel like you almost hear like this bubbling, just like as his face like kind of goes into a liquid form before coming back out and remaining true to itself. You are free to make a second attack at the Baron.
With this second swing, I will spin and attempt to cut his head off.
Okay. Yeah, just call it. Okay, I'll tell you this. This is a house. Oh, you rolled. Never mind. You already rolled.
That would be.
Todd's running hot right now. He's just getting it
That would
done.
be an 11.
11 does not hit. As you go to spin around and you turn back, you briefly lose eyes on the target, so he did sidestep back. So as you swing to try to correct, he is able to step back and it goes wide. The arc would have been perfect towards his neck, but he's just out of reach of it.
Okay.
And is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, what's your AC, buddy?
16.
16. Okay. Just like as that, like just like taking a step back, then drawing a dagger out. Rapier's still on his side, just draws a dagger, kind of a plain-looking dagger. Doesn't seem to be anything special about it, but that is the preferred tool he draws here. And he goes to make one attack, like just a wild swipe at you, Like both of them are just light years away. They are nowhere near you. Like you're able to just fluidly step back and away from this. As you can also see, there's a bit of him, like his eyes are wild right now. 1 second. Let me make sure I'm doing everything I need to be doing right now. Yep, we're good. All right. I'll go ahead and let you do this next round of combat as well. There is now noise in the area. You can hear.
will attack. Right before I launch my next attack, I will say, "Who are you?"
Yeah. Okay. Give me an intimidation check. I will say, because you did a significant amount of damage, I'll give you advantage on this, but you still need to beat a high DC.
Team Gallon. I should have made a little finger. Team Gallon.
Oh, I got one for you right here.
That is,
buddy.
that is an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. A
16
dirty,
plus 4.
nasty
Naughty.
20.
Naughty 20.
And what do you say? Again, please.
Take that 20.
I just say, "Who are you?"
Oh, yeah, you just say, "Who are you?" As the eyes are just kind
I
of
guess
wild.
yeah. I'll say, "Who are you?" before I send you back.
Yeah, there's just kind of like a chuckle from that, and then just the face kind of just loses a bit of its form and kind of like sinks down. Like the eyes kind of go down low, the mouth kind of goes down low. You can see all the flesh on the body kind of droops down a bit. Like that, I will say the actual clothing stays in form, but like all the flesh begins to just kind of like molting. It's not like coming off, but it is just the gravity's weighing on it, and you're seeing like a liquid form. Like, I have been many things. If I survive, I'll be you.
Oh, fuck.
You're free to make your attacks on this. And I now say this.
You will not.
Whoa.
17 plus
It's, well, go plus it.
23.
23 also hits, yeah. I like, just to fuck with people, I would love to make a monster that has AC between 14 and 22. So if you get a 20, it's like, that fuck you, by the way.
Dude,
I'm just gonna punish you
that's
for
the
rolling
worst.
high.
The one thing was the ice render. That shit
Oh,
was
did it have something like that?
I'm pretty sure 18 didn't hit.
I
Right?
said it was 19.
I don't think it had a cap on it, though. I think if you rolled a 30, it'd still hit. Because it'd be... I don't know, Jared's thinking now, and it's making me stressed.
I don't know what
wasn't there
the
for
fuck's even going
This
on.
will
I'm stressed out
be-
with the situation. I can't think.
Oh, that's fine.
This will be 14 points of radiant damage.
it. Okay.
And then with the
All Crimson Right damage you deal to the target, that was on the
Is-
last turn, not this turn, right?
the Crimson Right will always be active.
Well, okay, but it wasn't like the blood
Yeah, I
crystal.
rolled 2d6.
Okay, I just wanted to make
For this
sure.
one, yeah, for this one I rolled 2d6. For if it has the blood curse and the marked, it's 3d6.
Got you. I
because
just wanted
it's-
to make sure
yeah.
I was keeping an eye on that. But still, what was the amount of damage?
14 radiant, and then
Nice.
with the Crimson Right active, it counts as magic in case. that
Got you.
matters.
Awesome.
That's 14.
Yeah.
Now hold on, second attack.
Go for it.
As a 15.
15 does not hit. Similar thing as before. The first attack strikes through, and you slash this way. How's this the first attack you're going? How is that landed?
First attack would be shoulder.
Okay,
Yeah.
you go down this way. So there's a lot of damage on the left side of the body. And as you go for the next attack, he is able to step out. Now a lot looser in form. Like now there's a sureness to his steps as his body's kind of jerking and moving with it. The steps are no longer natural. It seems natural to it, but not natural to a human. Okay, so you fucking 8 damage already, though. Damn. And then, hey, it's going to make attack 1. Your AC is...
16.
Okay, so the nat 20 hits.
Wow. Yes, it does.
1 second here. Make sure I... Yep, alright.
Exactly
You're gonna
what I did.
take 6 points of piercing damage. As you go for the second attack, he sidesteps this one around, and then just as he does, like the dagger kind of almost spins in the hand and comes and he gets you in the arm. I will need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Bro, my stomach is churning. That's my great uncle is about to get fucking smoked. Also, my older
That
brother
would be-
confirmed.
Hold on, is this a spell?
No.
Okay. That
But I'm
would
glad
be
you
a
asked.
Natural 1.
Oh,
Todd, buddy, ever since we had session 0, I was excited to say this to somebody, but you're the first person who gets to use the new updated poison rules. As you
Oh,
have now
shit.
taken
Oh,
the poison
fuck.
condition from this dagger. Second attack is a 15.
Did you ever put the poison condition on the table in the rules?
I did not. It's just going to be a D4 is the only addition.
Okay.
You're going to have a D4 on top of the normal poison condition. So at the top of every of your turn, Todd, you get to roll a new con save to shrug the condition, which is pretty much you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws, I believe, or I think ability checks as well. I'll post those in the
Oh, you're keeping
chat
all
real
that
quick.
other stuff, but then you're adding a little bit
I'm
of spice?
keeping the original poison rule. I'm just going to add the poison as another factor.
Fuck.
Yeah, so you are got with both of those attacks, and then as he does, he is going to try to take a step back and away from you as the second attack fails to hit. You have an option right now if you would like to opportunity attack.
I will.
All right, go for it.
$17.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll me that damage.
Damn, I should have figured out how to make a poll to be like, does Gowan live or die? Damn it. I should have figured out how to do that next time.
You need that. You already know the answer.
Just ask them right now with your
Yeah,
voice.
just
No,
get him with the
bro.
voice.
No.
That'd be 20 points of radiant damage.
20 points of radiant damage. You thunder in with these as he takes a step back. You slash in, and you can see like the skin kind of molt and move around and kind of buckle into the form of it as it goes. And you see, like, as you cut in, it's like almost like a sheet. It's almost like you drop something on a sheet and it sucks in. The skin on it kind of just rolls back into as the light kind of burns and singes it, and you're just seeing exposed redness of flesh underneath. You're just seeing nothing but like moving liquid flesh underneath that's kind of pulls back, as there's still some skin left on the main torso and such, but all the extremities, the hands that you can see, the cuts on the torso and such, you're seeing nothing but red. But 20 doesn't do it.
After he shifts, does it seem like he's damaged?
He seems very damaged. Yeah, I will say that. 1 second, I want to make sure I'm actually posting this.
Can I roll an intelligence check to recall information about anything that may have acted in such a way?
I
Or
will
why not
say
able
you
to
can
do
do
that?
it now at this time, yes, if you'd like to.
Okay.
I'll continue with this turn after that, but go ahead.
Intelligence. Intelligence checks to recall information. This is straight intelligence, right?
Yeah, I will let
If-
you do a history.
History. Okay, that's just 16.
Okay. You are dealing with a creature that is certainly in its behavior undead. It seems to be that its statement to you, "I will be you," after, is giving you at least a bit of information. What you were dealing with, you don't know the name of, and perhaps you haven't dealt with, but you're looking at this enough to know, in some way, shape, or form, it's taking the place of people.
Taking the place of people.
Yes, in some way, shape, or form, what you were fighting was not the Baron, at least as he was born, but could have been the Baron for years or maybe a day.
Okay. Is it my turn?
No, or continuing his turn as he fully reels back from you and heads out towards the balcony. I will give you one more turn to do something about this as he rushes out towards the balcony. Like, just
He runs.
fucking running out towards the balcony.
Shit. Fuck.
No stress, by the way. No stress. Don't worry about it. If we do the wrong thing, it'll be very bad. But don't worry about it. You know.
Dad stabbed me. He's a bitch.
That does go
I
full
can't attack
circle
him
to the
any further.
prediction you had about this session. Is your only prediction was that the Baron was a bitch, and you just calling him a bitch now? You did it, man.
I think that
Fucking got it.
got it. Nice.
So what would you like to do? This is he like took the hit from you as he left and started running back. There's still probably 30 feet between the two of you. Like you could close that distance if you chose to. I will remind you left the crossbow.
Yes. Can I close the distance and attempt to trip?
You can.
Okay. That would be strength. That'd be a strength contest.
Yes, it will. If you
At
wanna-
disadvantage with your poison, though.
Okay. It's not the start of my turn though, right?
It is the start of your turn.
Oh, does he just shrug the
Can I-
effect off?
Yeah,
Can
go
I-
ahead and go ahead and roll the poison
Okay.
con save with disadvantage.
I roll the con save with disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh, I thought the thing said. Is it more?
This the basic.
So the tax rolls and ability checks.
That's right. So you're right. The saving throw, you're right, doesn't happen. Ability checks, not saving throws. So yeah, you're gonna just roll this straight.
This one doesn't.
Yes, this one you're rolling straight.
Oh well, in that case, yeah, 20.
Oh,
just
hell
fucking
yeah!
excreting poison from your fucking arm, just squirts it out.
So there's a 20 and a 13.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. You take this and you kind of recognize it enough that you just kind of notice, kind of like you have like a technique where you just kind of like you see the wound here, just kind of like and push, and you just squirt blood out of your body. You just kind of like get it out.
I'm gonna do the whole. If you didn't know you were poisoned, it didn't happen. Your brain's like, nah. Well, your brain doesn't know.
Sure. You're
Your
just
brain
going the
doesn't know,
other
so
route.
how
You just
can
go
you be poisoned?
no.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sure. Go ahead and run at him, and go ahead and make a contested strength check.
My dice go. Hold up.
Or go. You can go if you need. Yeah, that's.
Oh my god! Oh, damn!
God. Just get like a fucking salad bowl to roll in, man.
Get a salad bowl.
Nah, it's for losers who roll low.
God, I'm gonna tell you the number that you need to beat.
Don't tell me that, dude. Don't tell me that. Way.
Okay, good.
Fucking bitch. That's an 8. It's a 7.
You're muted somehow?
Me?
No, never mind.
You suck.
No, I was just muttering.
Oh.
Todd, amazingly, you do fail that by 1.
Oh.
As you run up to grapple it, and just like it kind of moves its form around, like it is like it muscles away from you, and turns before you. That is your action. Do you want to do anything else?
Flip him off.
That is my action.
Attempted grapple, yes.
Yeah, do like
Grapple.
like an Ace Ventura kind of flip off.
Right in front of him, just like stop there
Yeah,
and be
right
like,
on.
all right, all right. Were you trying to do the alternate attacks, Todd, for like the trip or the prone or whatever, as one of your actions?
That was the first. I will use my second blood curse.
Okay.
Blood curse of the binding.
Okay.
As a bonus action, so this would be separate to my action,
Right.
I will utter a curse. I attempt to bind a larger, smaller creature you can see within 30 feet of you, which must make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
A failure. cursed creature's speed is reduced to 0 and can't use reactions on the end of your next turn. Amplify, the curse lasts 1 minute.
Okay. What does it need to be? It should be your spell attack modifier, unless you have a Blood Meridian.
Just says strength saving throw based off of... Oh, mine?
Yeah, it'll be based off yours. Well, it seems like mechanically similar to a spell effect.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Hemocraft save DC.
Hmm.
That would be the Hemocraft save DC.
Yes. Which I believe you're a Wisdom class, so it should be like...
Ah, shit. It's DC 12.
Okay. So, you try to, like, restrain this creature using your magic as, like, your arms are able to get around it, use your magic to get around it, and just, like, its form continues molting and moving. It shrugs off that attempt.
Second attempt?
It shrugs off that attack. It shrugs off the Hemograph. It beat the spell save.
Okay.
That's your movement, your action, your bonus action.
Okay. But the curse does last 1 minute, so he would retake it?
No, he would not. I believe this would technically be a concentration thing from you, so if I think it's a save or suck spell, so he beat the save, so he doesn't suck. Unless it has something on it that says there's a thing that he needs to roll every turn to shrug off, but I don't believe so.
As on a failure, the creature's speed is reduced to 0 and can't use reactions until the next turn. It says this curse lasts for 1 minute, but I guess since it technically didn't activate. Okay.
Yeah, then unfortunately nothing would happen.
But no,
a lot of spells are like that. Unless it says on, like, even casting it, if they don't, like, if it says even on a success, X happens, or they take half damage if they cast.
It says the cursed creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the curse on itself on a success, so it would end it initially.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds right.
That's good.
Right. Yeah, so you try this again on the creature. Again, as you guys are now both on the balcony as this is happening. Like, just wrestling with it a bit. And it's going to do one more thing. It's going to try now to grapple you. As you come out the back, it fully shifts its weight, like, avoids this, then goes to, like, envelop you.
Okay.
So that's contested strength.
Contested strength. Arc here. That would be an 8.
An 8. You beat the 7 that came at you. Dude, this thing does not have poor strength. I rolled so fucking low on that. Yeah, this goes to wrap around you, and like you go to fight it, and you can just like feel like you're pressing on this mass that you weren't able to push on. Like your hands are sinking in, and it's trying to like almost grapple. In that way, you're able to kind of just move and like free yourself from it. Like it was going for a grapple, and it was going to try to use you resisting that grapple to lock you in, and then from that you're able to shrug that off. Before we continue going with that, I am going to go to Braff and Richter, who are kind of just snooping around in the courtyard as various people are going various directions around them, but there are 4 of you who are moving through the courtyard, hearing noises in the main courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, am I just outside the door?
I said you were about maybe 20 feet away. You can close that distance if you like. You rolled really high on your stealth, and that still applies.
Yeah, I'm gonna just make my way to the door. It's kind of looking back, and then I'll see everyone kind of mimicking me. I'm just gonna just throw and then continue towards the door.
Yeah, at this point, as they're moving, you looking back at them, you can see, and Richter, of course, you being there, sees Cyrus kind of draws his blade, his short sword. There's an arrow knocked from Anders as they're seeing a tense situation. They're just getting themselves ready.
I have my spell book out.
Okay. You make your way up to that door. You're there.
I'm going to crack it to peer inside, to listen or to look through its crack.
I would like a sleight of hand check, I believe. Your stealth will maintain, but it's just depending on how smooth this door opens.
Okay. So sleight of hand?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the most appropriate thing, unless you have something else you would like to try.
17.
Ooh, okay. 17, yeah. You're able to kind of like open the door. This door's been opened and closed by you several times today. You're just kind of familiar enough with it that it's kind of just open it up, like just a bit, just enough to open it. Some light kind of comes through as there's some lights on inside. Kind of comes to the door and you're able to peek inside. You're just opening it up a bit so you get like an eye through, or
and also to break the seal so I can listen.
Okay. Yeah, you open it up a bit. You now like loud almost now, as this was a thick door kind of holding in the noise. Loud enough, I'll say, Richter, you can hear this without having to strain too much. You can hear just kind of furniture being shifted around and moving.
We're coming up on the main hall.
The main hall door. Yeah. Are you closing the distance as well, Richter, to the front door?
Yeah, I'm just coming up behind.
Would you mind rolling me a stealth check to get all the way up there?
Another one.
Especially as the door is now open. Again, Brath, you are okay right now.
Did I notice Cordell's absence?
I would say at this time, no.
18. I'm super sneaky.
You are super sneaky as you make your way up. Actually,
let me grab Nox and have him just destroy everything in the process.
I got my buddy.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Got my book.
It's my pet, or it was.
Man, I wish I could hold up faster with some kind of like costume or filter on, as it was just like hollow eyes.
Oh, okay.
Neat. That's fucking
Super
great.
Cool.
Coming up behind you, kind of keeping a distance back, with the two knights do make their way up. Like, Cyrus is noticing he's making some noise, so he's gonna kind of stay back. But Anders is moving up with you, Richter. And you guys all kind of get to that front door and hear kind of the shuffling and moving around there in the front. You hear the steps and such. You just hear heavy breathing happening. You don't hear talking.
I look through the crack.
Looking through the crack.
Yeah.
You see two people. You see what seems like, looking at the back, the only person you've seen wearing proper full armor of any kind, which was Daniel out there. He's like moving, kind of like he's like on one end of like the long table, kind of like struggling to move it to the side, as on the other end of the table, kind of facing you, but seems very drawn in what he's doing, is one of the men at arms. It seems to be like trying to also move the table. It seemed like where the table was dead center. They have now like moved it a bit to the right-hand side. It's a massive table. All the chairs are moved aside and such. They're just kind of like clearing out almost just the actual center of the hall.
That's not
They're
good.
just doing like janitorial stuff.
I'm gonna say actually in character, looking at this, because this is the thought that I have, and I feel like I should I'm gonna kind of just hush, as quiet as I can be, kind of getting them closer to me, even closer than we already kind of are, and just whisper and say, it looks like there's Daniels and one of the man at arms. They're clearing out the table. They're moving it off to the side, and I do not want to know why. I feel like something is happening. But I kind of want to. I feel like maybe we just try to be we don't try to be suspicious. We just go through, or should we go around?
You just kind of get from Anders. He's like, I don't like it already. Wouldn't it be weird for us to walk through? Like,
Yeah.
we're the one catching them doing something, and then we outnumber them. But I also don't want to fight anybody.
I said, go ahead, Director.
I think we should just walk on through. Let them know exactly what we're doing. We're looking for your uncle.
I agree, and I'm just gonna go ahead and now like kind of close the door, not to like get it in a half open. I'm gonna close close it, and then I'm gonna stand up, kind of gesturing for them to do the same thing. I'm gonna push it forward.
Okay. Everybody, like you seeing like the gesture and such, kind of getting the cue late, like as you go to push and actually open the door. The door's like it's a normal like in door to an interior. It pushes and opens in, So as you do so, like kind of quickly Sorry, I just saw the general subtext. Somebody put that shit in there.
Oh.
It's like kind of putting his
God.
gladius away finally, and getting ready. Cyrus catching the cue, like kind of being out of earshot. So you guys open up the door and like immediately, kind of like still shuffling the table, kind of whipping around quickly. Daniel and kind of the men arms kind of look over. Daniel was like, sorry if we were waking you. Hello, I thought you guys would be. And he gestures over down the hall, towards where the rooms are.
No. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, that's where we're going. We're gonna go. To check to make sure that Gallon. They were scoping out the tower, and then now I'm gonna be checking on Gallon to make sure he's all good, and then probably bedding down. But you know, this keeps kind of creepy as fuck. So you know, staying in pairs or groups is probably the best way to, you know.
Deception check.
Here we go. -1 to whatever this is. 2.
Hmm.
I'm gonna roll their insight. You hear that? Like you say that to him, they kind of go like, right. This kind of like a brief coughing fit, just from the men at arms, kind of taking this moment, not moving the fucking huge table as much as they could, off the side. To have the coughing fit. As Daniels kind of goes like, okay. I mean, you guys, if you like, gesturing at this point to Cyrus and Anders, like, you guys are free to stay in your tower if you feel more comfortable. We're gonna be making noise here for maybe 20 or so minutes. If that's all right with you.
I kind of look at what they're doing, look around the room, like what exactly are
both
you?
of you can give me perception
Okay.
checks.
And then as I'm looking around, I'm gonna ask him, what are you doing? Like what
I want to also apologize really quick to you, Cordell, as what you're doing. I'm gonna take a minute to get to, because
you're gone. You're no longer in the game.
You're doing some shit, man.
Natural 20.
It's all right. I'm keeping entertained.
Unnatural 21.
Natural 20 for a total of 23.
Oh my god. The less impressive rule, and if you want to call it that, is that somehow the 21. And I'll say this though, Richter, you're looking around, you catch this. The chairs are moved aside. None of it's organized. They're kind of just scattered around. Like, the chairs were moved and left. There's still some shit on the table. There's still like some plates and stuff. Like, some of it was cleaned up, but not all of it was. Like, there's still like kind of like the pie there, but still some like wine bottles and stuff. Some of them have been moved aside, but all the chairs are kind of scattered around to move this kind of table, which both of you, Clock, has been moved, and reveals underneath it there seems to be a double-doored hatch of some sort, a large hatch of sorts, maybe 10 by 10 feet. Each of the two doors would be lifted up this way. It's not fully revealed yet. This table's still on it. On a natural 20, I will also say this. You would see this, Richter, but I think it's really going to come across for you, Bref. They're moving the table. The table is fucking massive. It's like 40 feet long of solid wood. 2 men should not be able to move that table.
Oh, I see. Okay. So as I'm looking around, I notice all these things. I'm gonna say, what are you guys up to?
Kind of like as the men arms continues, like a little, and he kind of gestures over to Daniel's, like, oh god, excuse him, yeah, he's not. Seems like he's not doing too well. No, we're just trying to expose the cellar down below. We ran out of wine last night, so we got some casta over there. The Baron kind of has his personal thing, so we're kind of gonna go make sure we get that ready for tomorrow.
Why would you put your wine underneath a fat fuck ass table if you were gonna access it more consistently?
Oh, we did. We moved the table here for your guys' benefit. We normally don't have it here.
This all seems very reasonable, but we're looking for Gallon. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen it, but we also haven't been, perusing the sleeping quarters, so I don't know.
All right.
If he's taking a nap, I guess knock, or if he told you what room he's in.
I'm going to cast message to Richter. What?
You're muted right now.
Evan, what are you doing?
I just need to let out my cat really quick, but I can still hear
Oh,
you.
okay.
Got you.
Okay.
I'm loving how much I see Evan every once in a while just fucking on Zoom.
Well, so I hesitate because you do a lot of things, Connor. So I'm casting message. If you're not gonna stop me, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. Okay.
No, please.
Okay.
I love the paranoia.
I'm like,
Sleight of hand though.
I'm just doing it blatantly. I don't give a shit.
Oh, go for it. Yeah. no
I
problem.
cast message to Richter, and I'll tell him I don't think that we should let this hatch be opened, but I need to get to Gallon, and so if you would stay here, and then I'll like nodding over too. Like I'm assuming he makes eye contact with me as I cast the spell. Do you make eye contact with me, or do you?
Me?
No,
Yes.
Richter.
Okay.
No, not you.
You're ahead of me a little bit.
Yeah.
So you turn and
You
look
guys
at me?
entered the room however you did. I imagine you kind of fanned out.
I
some
kind of
sort loose
sidestepped to the
line,
right
you know?
a little bit. Yeah, I kind of funneled off to the right hand side, and then I'll just like, and then I cast message over you saying that, and I'm looking at you. Actually,
So we're
I take that
kind of like-
back. I would not
more
look at
parallel?
you. I would not look at you. I'm speaking to you, but I would
Okay.
not look at you. So I will say this. I'll finish this. I'll say that I don't want this hatch to be open. I need to find Gallon. If you wouldn't mind stalling, is what I'll say, and I'll just basically whispering to myself, but with the message spell kind of visually, but you can hear it in your ear.
For message, you have to physically move your mouth.
So it
Or
says.
can I think thoughts?
Let me look real quick. This one's always a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think, one of those things where you say a soft whisper type thing and they would hear it.
So it is verbal, somatic, and then material, which I have that. So you point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. So it'd be like, hey, how's it going? And I'd be like whispering a message, and it would obviously be inaudible. And then the message would be like kind of almost as if someone's whispering in your ear, inaudible for everyone else, but you can hear it. And then for you to
I'm not saying you would need to project your voice so loud with a whisper, like you just.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're intending to speak and they're hearing what you're trying to say, type thing.
Here's the message, and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. So it's basically if we were whispering to each other, but at a distance.
Okay. Do I only get one reply?
You get like you get like a reply. It doesn't have to be like it doesn't say like one sentence, but it's not like a whole thing.
The sending spell is very restricted on what you can do and say. This one is not. Also, sending has a far larger range.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm just gonna like.
Hey.
Hey.
I took exception of that.
But before I even said it. I'm just gonna kind of cover my mouth like this a little bit, and then whisper back like, "Are you sure we should split up?"
Hey,
Hey.
you rolled a nat 20 for me. Can I save that?
No.
Oh yeah, earlier my cat rolled a 16.
He's bad at the shop table. He like sent that. See ya. Anyway, proceed.
So, if you don't mind, you got it. Sure.
Well, I'm just hesitating now at this point as you say that.
Kind of you guys have said this to each other, or taken this moment, and like as you guys are kind of doing that, Cyrus is like do you guys need help moving something around? Like we can give you a hand. Daniel's like, oh no, I appreciate it, but like this is our job. We're just trying to get it done before we go to bed. Your guys are guests. You don't need to.
Perhaps on the way back, but we're gonna keep looking around for Gallon.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you guys hopefully find him soon and for whatever reason come back, yeah, we could use a hand, sure, but we're gonna try to muscle through. It's kind of a, Daniel's kind of like shrugs his broad shoulders a little bit, it's like it's kind of a little bit of a challenge before bed, The men-at-arms kind of getting his coughing under control here.
Oh, sorry.
The horror of the castle is that it's just the walls are not up to code and it's full of black mold.
Yes, that is the true horror. I guess the campaign's done. Yeah, it's all it's asbestos.
Oh my god. Leaky pipes.
But no, he just goes and says like, matter of fact, guys, if you If you guys could come back down and give us a hand, I don't know if we're gonna get this moved over in a reasonable amount of time, so we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, well, actually, if you wouldn't mind waiting for us, we could definitely be back here briefly. I'm just gonna make sure Gowan is,
Kind of looks over at Daniel. Dan's like, yeah, perhaps we'll maybe take 5. Gives ourselves a break here.
Fantastic.
Of course, if you have to get it done in a certain amount of time, that's understandable. Just don't work too hard. I like give him like finger guns or something.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. So wait. Before I actually turn around.
Okay.
The layout of the castle.
Oh God.
If we turn back around.
You'd be heading into the courtyard.
From whence we came.
Yes,
Right.
where you just entered.
Okay.
You would have to kind of walk past them to get further in the castle. Unless you want to try and find like an alternate way in.
I would be fine walking past them, but mostly I'm just trying to remember I guess I don't know. Yeah, before I oh god. I'll just turn to what's your name? Braff, and say all right, well, let's get on with it then.
And I'll just
And then like
keep walking. Yeah,
okay, are you walking forward?
I'm walking forward. Yeah.
So we're going to the other door.
I just to so I'm actually wide berthing towards the right exterior or right hand wall that kind of runs. I want to like kind of wide berth
Towards like where the bathroom was.
Yeah, I'm just basically not like cutting between either of them. I'm going around.
Well, so if the hall is like this, they move the table to one side, so they're both on one side.
Okay, great.
You know?
Yeah, I'm going on this.
You don't have to snake it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to just like. Yeah, I'm trying to
Keep 'em
avoid the
over.
fuck out of them. Yeah. Also, real quick,
Sure,
with
yeah.
a natural 20, did I notice that on the latched door? Was there something like holding it in place, or was like it just like as soon as it like could it just be opened essentially?
It looks like it could be open. Like there's part of the table with just, like its multiple different legs and such going down. A part of the hatch is still closed, but one side could be open, and that could be accessible to somebody.
Okay, well, it's not like
but
there's
it's not-
also
it's
a
not-
lock and barred and stuff. It's
You
just-
don't see the existence of a lock or a latch. It looks like it lays relatively flat. So like when you guys were dining over it, like it wasn't like a noticeable obtrusion to feet.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'm just gonna continue to beeline it. Honestly, I'm just gonna jog again.
All right.
Kind of jogging past and kind of like you like
As
a
he-
curious look from Daniel as you do
Yeah.
so.
As he starts
gonna
to jog, I'm gonna like shrug and be like, "Oh god, here we go again," kind of thing, and like scurry to keep up.
and
Yeah,
I'm-
and I think kind of mirroring that, you're gonna get that same thing from Cyrus and Anders as they kind of look puzzled around and kind of go past and kind of moving past.
as I'm
Cyrus kind of sarcastically says as he goes by, as Daniel's like, "Looks like we're getting warmed up before we help you out here."
and I'm just gonna say, "Old men, you know," and I'm just gonna run or jog.
Oh, yeah.
Like you just kind of hear the what? He's like, and then from down the hall, further down the table, Daniel goes, "Look, I'm guessing it's an inside, maybe cultural joke. I don't get it." But yeah, you are free to make your way past and through the hall. And the more important question is, that door is closed. You just go throw it open and go check it out. The door that goes into that hallway.
Yes, because there's people on this interior of this room. I'm not gonna like throw it open, but I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
kind of jogging up, slow down with like some sort of dignity, open it normally.
Opening it up, there are really essentially 3 options before you. You recognize the hall. There's the stairs up. There is going over towards the rooms. There's going over and exploring the other hallway.
As they all kind of file through and they close the door behind them, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna go ahead here, Richter. Okay, I'm gonna go check on the room. It's down, and I point down toward the left hand side where
Okay.
we went initially. His room is just down over here. We'll just check it out real quick, and then if he's not here, then we should go up the main steps here, and then I continue. Kind of in a hushed tone, of course, but
Do you think we should split up, or we'll go with you?
we've already
Cyrus says to you.
we've stuck together for this long. Let's just it's like it's
Where's,
literally right here.
Where's Cordell?
Braff looks around.
Yeah,
Braff,
can I make a
Braff gives the
perception check?
deepest eye roll,
Lead.
literally imaginable. Braff rolls his eyes and just fucking cannot.
You can make a perception check though.
All right, yeah. Just
Bro, I
'cause,
could
like,
be dead. You never know.
yeah. So like first I
Could be.
noticed really like where's the other shorty? I rolled
Yeah.
a
The
I rolled a 10
deepest
plus 6, 16.
concern.
16. With a 16 looking around, it's your first time really in the hallway, so I'll say and kind of reiterate here. You're seeing the smooth rock, kind of that waterway through. You're seeing kind of like this, kind of like almost like there's an extension of the rock going up that you're kind of seeing. Like there's kind of like, it's almost like the waves kind of just create this rippling all the way up and through. And from there, you're seeing it's like it's when it kind of stops and meets the wall, you are seeing like these several like just holes in and around it. It seems like these are like hollow sections, creating like almost like a piping of some kind, or maybe an airway, or maybe. But you're seeing that around. You're looking through on a 16. You see the stairs up. You see like this kind of braziers going around the hall and everything around. But you certainly do not see any small little halfling.
Damn. Do I hear anything out of the ordinary?
Yes, I would say you do. Like taking time to kind of look around and focus, you do hear the scraping back in the room. You do hear it seems like the guys in the room said they're going to take a break. Then as soon as he left, they started moving around furniture.
Yeah, shit. All right. I'm just gonna say, let's make it quick. They're not waiting for us.
Yeah,
I'm
followed Braff.
sprinting at this point.
Okay, you're going. You're just
Okay,
going.
so
I love it.
I'm no longer keeping up, but I will meet you there.
All right, and following with you are the two knights of the Mason Order, all making your way towards that room. Galen,
Yes.
It's your turn. Initiative-wise, it is your turn. This is the first time I think I ever have seen or done something where it's like, let's do this social interaction. You're fighting for your life. Let's do this social interaction.
I
You
love
better
this. It's
fucking
like-
land this hit. Like,
Oh, he's
This
stuck
is
in
like
here
a-
with me. I rolled an attack.
go for it, yeah.
Well, this music is much louder than I thought it was gonna be.
First attack is a 19.
It's
Braff's mad at
13 points
Cordell.
of radiant damage.
all right, Todd. What's it look like?
I can't believe you.
Look like.
What's it look like when you drop this man?
Oh shit!
So I dodge his grapple, and I dodge, and I backswing, and I take his head off.
Yeah, you step back from it and have your sword. You just go and just like it's almost like a known in practice that you missed it on the first round of combat. Your second blow, he was able to sidestep. With him kind of having his momentum towards you as he was trying to grapple, you just capitalize on it and just same attack, same form. Your form wasn't the problem; his footwork was. And this time you catch him and just split his head. And as it like the head rolls and then turns to like a molten liquid and kind of splashes down on the ground. And like as he does, like the body falls down and you can see like just the body kind of like all the skin leaves and disperses the body. Just this, you get this like pink humanoid form laying before you. You could trick yourself into thinking, looking at it, like you slew a doppelganger of sorts. But what you're looking at seems like there's more like flesh involved. There's a lot more going on with it. And also looking at it, I will say dropping this creature, whatever effect it had that made it look like the Baron was not magical. It was physical.
Physical. Is the amulet still there?
As you sever its head, a sewn amulet comes out from the split that you create. You see that stone amulet that the Baron spoke so much of come out and clatter down on the ground. To drop this thing, I should say.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You did it.
Laying dead on the
Okay.
balcony in his room is what could have been, or perhaps was. You have the amulet there before you. You are alone in this room.
I'll take a quick breather. Say to myself, I'll say, getting old, Galen. I'll kind of step forward a little bit. kneel down and can I roll one more investigation on the Baron?
Sure. What specifically would you like to do?
Hmm. I guess. So you said it's like a pink form. Like it's the form of a
Yes.
human, but it's not any like distinguishable.
No, I would say,
Like
if you'd like to
it's-
roll like a survival check on it or something, or
Yeah.
if you want to try rolling a medicine, perhaps, if you like, that'd be appropriate. It's whatever you feel like would be best and what would be true for Gallon to be doing here. You can also just do an investigation and look it
Roll
over.
medicine, maybe see how. Could I roll medicine to see if it was a living creature or a corpse?
Sure, you can do that.
Yeah, fuck yeah. 19.
19, okay. 19's really good. And really good. You got it. You're looking over this creature, and you know, one thing is true about it, which is the fact that there is one second. Fuck. Which I guess thankfully they are not hearing right now that Jared has his stuff going.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was marching briefly, and I'm like, that's, I mean, a vibe, but not like what we're doing here.
There's some weird vibe version of some Witcher song. I don't know why.
I hope so. That's cool, man.
Well, there
Never
was like
mind, let's go
initially.
back. Let's go
like,
back.
It was like initial, like everyone was clapping, and then they started playing it.
Oh, well, I'm glad I skipped it right when the clapping stopped. But anyway, you're looking over this thing, and you go like, okay, is this a living thing? Is it a corpse? And you're looking over it. You're saying like, what it is a uniform pink mass. In its way, it's featureless in the way that like it has like as it came down, it has hands, but they're almost like webbed. You're not seeing a lot of bone in there. It just seems like kind of soft and malleable. You're seeing like you're able to see its legs and stuff. It has joints, but it's all everything about it is formless. The face that has come down and landed, kind of like the liquid of it, kind of like pushing it down, has a structure of a face, but there's nothing. You can see like there's a place where eyes would be, but it's now just kind of gone over. You're seeing like a mouth kind of go, but there is also like on the head. You are seeing that there is like hair kind of tufted up still. There are still parts singular on the body that are still holding small bits of the skin or form it had. So I think. Sorry.
Does it appear to be human?
The skin and everything else?
The form itself, is it human, or does it seem to be some sort of creature forming to be a human?
Yes, so that I was getting there. It looks like a creature forming to be human. It looked like it was alive. However, you are seeing different things, like the hair on it is like not of the body. Like I would say doing a medicine check if your character was comfortable with touching it.
I'll pull my dagger out and start cutting it up.
Yeah, just
As
little
far
bits
as
like the
the
hair and
medicine thing.
such. As you remove it, there's like that part comes out easily. It is not part of the form it was put on it. So there's part of this creature that is utilizing some part of somebody to look the way it did.
It's sort of like some sort of mask.
Not really not a mask. The entire creature looks like this entire person.
Okay. So I guess I could assume that maybe some sort of creature took over the garrison of the castle.
Perhaps. It's a reasonable theory.
Okay.
If it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you.
I'm gonna stoop down, grab the amulet.
You pick up this kind of simple stone amulet. You already know, and Proxy speaking with Braff, having a conversation. There's something necrotic about this thing here, some way. But looking at it, it seems like a very simple stone amulet. I would say you can give me an Arcana or a History check, holding it in your hand.
Okay, I'll roll Arcana. This is a 10.
10. It has a necrotic energy, but this thing itself, for one, you're holding it in your hand. You know enough about cursed objects to know you weren't immediately cursed, which is great. But this thing seems, whatever effect it does or has, seems pretty mundane. Whatever it might be doing, whatever its capacity is, you aren't identifying it, but this isn't. You're not holding a powerful object in your hands. You're holding an object in your hand. You're holding. It's magical, but it's not like an all-encompassing, magical item.
Think to myself, I'll say, perhaps should be able to find out more. I'll stand up. I'm gonna approach the balcony. I'm gonna look out. Can I roll perception?
You can. But first, I do want to finish one thing about the Baron. Searching him over, doing the medicine check and such. There seems to be like a certain amount, like looking over his body and form and such. Just getting this. You're getting a little bit.
What does he have on him? We'll loot his ass.
As you're going through the jacket and such, now being a lot closer to it, it's kind of like a mildewy smell on the clothing. Like it seems like as you're moving through it seems like it was like this jacket has been put on recently, but it's been in storage a long time, type thing. But as you're going through, just checking pockets, checking stuff, empty. But one thing is he does seem to have some form of journaling inside one of his pockets.
Pull it out.
You have it.
Does he have any, like, a key ring on him?
Does he have specifically a key ring on him? No, I would say he does not. But also, you have been in this keep for a minute. You haven't seen really anything that would require a key.
Okay.
But if you like, you could peer over the balcony now. Because I would have assumed even doing the medicine check, you would have looked over his body enough to find that stuff.
Yeah, that's all you have was that journal.
Pretty much. I mean, like there is like for when he had the sword on him still, and you could see as he went through like the jacket and stuff, there was a place for that dagger that was more hidden away, kind of down low in the jacket. But
does sword seem exceptional?
It's a sword. It's a rapier. It seems like it was well made, but there's nothing magical about it. It seems like someone of his status would have a sword about that. Like if you wanted to sell it, you'd make money.
I think I'll keep the dagger. Then I'll approach the balcony and roll perception. 17 plus 4, 21.
You're looking out at a dark environment. Clouds have moved over, taken over the moon a bit. They're still getting moonlight. You're still certainly getting starlight coming through, but the clouds are dominating the sky. As you're looking out, you do see the wood expanse before you. Where this kind of balcony is, it's kind of on the side of the castle. But you are getting like a very faint, but somewhat of a glow off to the sides of it, all the way out above the trees, which you would know would be Marsha's retreat. Very well lit town, enough that like even being several miles from, you're able to see just a faint glow over the tops of it. But you're also seeing very slight glow. Different areas kind of like lighting up, beep, bing, 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 all around the outskirts of the swamp. What was your roll again for perception?
21.
21 would be enough
21.
for you to put this together. It's kind of an organized plot you're seeing going around. It's almost like a steady distance around. It's on the very outskirts of the trees. You're seeing it. It doesn't make a ton of sense, but you do see another like kind of going up the path. The kind of switchback. You kind of can see that from the angle you're at on the balcony. You do see a pair, bing, the soft blue light glowing. Soft to you, but it must be intense for you to be able to see. There seems to be glowing coming from the stones you've seen scattered. As night has fallen, you're seeing a bit of a soft glow. And at getting a 21, you see light, 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 space, and nothing continues on. Approximately about the area where you guys just went for the hunt. Where one of the stones was over earlier today.
Hmm.
Rad.
Should I roll Arcana?
You didn't roll. You can roll Arcana, but you're quite a distance away.
Well, I guess
You can roll
so-
Arcana to just like kind
Well,
of try to perceive what's happening, kind of. But
I guess I see these. I rolled Arcana before, knowing that it's some sort of ward, and I see a broken section in these glowing objects, right?
mm-hmm.
So I can infer that some sort of ward is broken.
You can.
Say fuck. I turn around and I head back in.
Okay. You head back in and begin making your way into the
They do it-
quarters and wherever.
Can I do a quick? Well, I guess I already searched the room and it's just old, right? There's not.
There's a
anything.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot old here. If you want to try to do something else, looking through, do something a little bit more direct in this room, you certainly can.
I want to search the Baron's desk really quickly.
Give me an investigation check.
Am I able to, am I still able to read like the documents?
I'll probably. You would have to take time to review those documents if you'd like to, but you
Like,
can.
if it's old, is it still legible?
Well, let's do your desk first. What's your roll for investigating?
Fucking low. 9.
9. There's scattered papers around. You see that most prominently on the desk, it seems like was almost making up the surface of the desk before, is kind of a map of the area. You can see just like a map showing Marsh's retreat. It shows like the kind of the path through and such. It shows more prominently and more detailed, Red Mire Keep, the surrounding area of the kind of the outcrop in this mire, and all just different plans, just mostly plans, and a bunch of scattered papers around, kind of on top of that. You had to kind of shift around to see the map. But all those papers seem to be correspondence to the Baron. Just things like coming through, just like progress on a construction, progress on road, progress on different things through. But looking over the desk, there's several books. There's kind of a drawer you go through. There's more papers and such in there. You do see like opening it up. There's like a bottle of some nicer whiskey, like just in the cupboard there and such. The only whiskey of any kind, any type of like hard liquor you've seen here. But that's about all you're able to see on an 8. But you do have and I will say this, you do have the journal that was in his pocket. I would say if you open it up and leafed through, it seems mostly legible. Like there is kind of like, it's an older journal, but it is mostly legible. But
I'm not gonna
Hey.
take time to read it at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
What are you saying?
Bref,
Yes.
Yeah,
you're just making your way
before-
over to the room. Sorry, go ahead, Gallon, real quick before I just...
I guess just 1 second before I stop, I will notice, like, as I'm rifling through, like, as I'm looking down at like my arm or my hand, maybe like a portion of like my forearm is revealed. I'll kind of like flip it over and like I'll kind of look at my veins and I'll notice like they're like, I guess, darker than usual.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
I'll
there's-
realize,
Go ahead.
just because I've taken, because I was using Amplify, so I was taking necrotic damage through the Hemocraft
Oh,
die.
right.
So
Yeah,
I'll kind of notice that, and then I'll drink a potion of healing.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead and roll that and record that for yourself. But Braff, you are running through this hall, just like making noise, unless you were telling me you're trying to do otherwise.
Nope, sprinting.
Just fucking running. Yeah, you run through, you go by the braziers, you just go by door 1, 2, 3, you're at door 4. As you do hear kind of the loud procession behind you as Richter is moving, but also the knights with a little bit more armoring to them are moving behind, hustling up with you. Maybe not quite as fast as you're trying to go, but they're moving up.
I smash open door number 4 to see if.
Bam! Smash it open. You see the environment in front of you. You see what Gallon has left behind as far as his crossbow. You see he has his pack. Well, you see the room as you last saw it.
Okay, I am going to grab both mine and Gallon's packs.
Mhm.
I'm going to sprint back to the stairway.
Yeah, you grab that. You leaving the crossbow?
I will so I grab them. I notice the crossbow. I turn, and then is anyone like are they right on my heels?
they're you can hear them approaching, but you were sprinting and they were just kind of doing like the polite fuck this guy jug, like.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna grab both the backpacks, sling the crossbow over, and I'm gonna as soon as I see one of them, I'm gonna kind of toss the crossbow to either Anders or Cyrus, whoever's in front.
Running up, it would be Cyrus in the front, kind of sees you and you toss the crossbow to him.
Say hold this for Gallon.
He kind of casts like, all right. There's a sling on your crossbow if I'm not mistaken, Gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's seeing that he'll just saddle it on his back. It's kind of tighten it so he is free of movement.
I'm gonna
seeing you have the 2 packs. He's like,
Who's following him? The Mason Order Knights?
Yes.
And Richter.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, Gal's not here. We need to stop whatever's happening in the main chamber. Let's go up the stairs, and then we're gonna just go right back in, and I'm gonna just now sprint back down the hallway.
As you guys are talking, one of the doors next to you opens up, and kind of leaning out, like kind of a tired-looking face and such, is Lord Edmure.
Oh yeah, okay, okay. I forgot about that.
Kind of just leans out and is like, "Excuse me, guys, what the fuck's going on? Like, can you guys quiet the fuck down? Like, you guys get whoever it is in there's making this infernal screeching stop."
I'm going to stop next to him, and I'm just going to say, I think they're trying to open up. There's a hatch on the floor in the main chamber, in the main hall that we were eating dinner, and I think they're trying to open it up. And I would get your shit, and I would get ready to go, and I'll just leave. I'm just going to keep running.
Okay.
Edmure, you should come with us.
Where are you guys going?
We're leaving.
My understanding is you're just fucking running.
I'm out. I'm going straight to those stairs and hauling my ass up there.
I'll say the knights, they do kind of take steps away, but they are remaining more with Richter as Richter's talking.
Oh shit, okay. Well, as Braff is leaving, I'm gonna leave Edmure and start keeping up with Braff.
Like, where are you going and why? Why is it... Okay, night. And it just kind of turns around, turns about, and just like you just hear him as he's going back in. And he's just like, "No, Kenny, just go back to bed. Like the vomit bucket's right next to you, but it's fine." And he just goes back in.
Damn, Kenny's dead for sure. That man's not even cognizant.
And you are rushing to the main chamber.
I'm rushing to go up the steps. Yes.
Okay, you rush over. You hear the main chamber. You can hear kind of a loud screech of just wood on wood. That's important to point out as I make that noise. That is a wood on wood, not a creature. Moving the wood across. And just continuing along. And you do hear slight muffling, just like you hear the coughing again of one of the guys in there. And then hurry it up and we can finish and get out of here.
I hear that.
Now. I'm thinking about it. No, you wouldn't hear
for
that. Yeah, you hear it because I said it.
No. Storytelling.
I will say this: the door is creaked. The door is opened a bit.
Okay.
You guys left it closed. It is opened a bit because that would make sense for what's happening.
Okay.
Continue along. You want to go up the stairs?
Yes. I'm out of breath at this point, but yeah, I'm running out of breath.
You zig up the stairs as the 2 knights kind of running behind you. Like now with Richter moving, they're ahead of you, Richter, I'll say. They were kind of between the 2 of you, but seeing you move, they're now moving. So it is kind of a conga line spaced out of people, this little caravan, but they're keeping eye on you as they move. So they see you go upstairs, they're going upstairs.
Okay.
So you stop, you hit the stairs, you turn to go up. There is kind of this window in front of you. The stairs go up, then split left and right.
Braff, slow down a bit. Be careful as you round corners.
He's wait. Yeah, you can you talk to the knights perhaps.
You can yell. You can yell after me, but yeah, I'm already.
Yeah, you would have to make noise to have him hear you. But you have Cyrus and Anders, kind of like maybe 5 feet from each other, maybe 20 feet ahead of you, kind of hustling up behind him.
I won't say any of that.
Okay.
I'm going to, as I'm at the the landing, kind of. I'm gonna look left and right and see if I can discern anything that would help me find where Gallon is.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I would say...
I'm listening if there's any sort of confrontation. I'm going to see if there's any doors open.
Roll me perception, let's say.
I'm on fire. Let's go, baby. 19.
19. I would say... yeah, you would hear at this point some kind of rustling about well above you upstairs. You just kind of hear some things kind of being moved around and such. There's some noise up top.
Which way? Left, right?
It's here, like it's coming down. It's kind of echoing down to you. It seems like it's coming from above, not necessarily directional.
Above me?
Yes.
Is
Not
there
not like the ceiling, but it's coming from above. You're not getting leaning left or right. Like it is coming from above.
which doors are open? Is there any doors that are open?
So it's stairs up. There's stairs that go to this side. There are no doors. There are open archways and such. Like you were going into. Oh yeah, you're going into an area. You haven't been there yet, so you don't know quite the layout. But it'll make perhaps a bit more sense when you get there.
Okay, I'll go left, and I'm just gonna like yell back. Oh my god! Check the right, and I'm gonna.
You just hear like kind of rustling up behind you. Just Sarah's like, oh god, he might have the cough too. You're struggling, but no, they make their way up. And as you go inside, you enter a space. There's that wall like there where there's that one window, and looking through, you can see there's other windows off to one side, like large windows that kind of come up and come to a point, looking a little bit more regal than anything else. But you're in kind of a large atrium space. Both the stairs come up to the same central area you're at. There seems to be open doors once you're in this space, leading off to either wing and such. There seems to be like a parlor area separated from the actual hall, even though you're probably not that much above it.
I see. So it's
Yeah,
like they
but,
lead up to like kind of almost like another landing, and then there's doors on this
Yes.
other second landing. Okay.
But when you go up in there, there's what would have been above you now as you come up. There's stairs that go up yet another floor, but you're in this main area. At this point, I would like Gallon to roll me a perception check.
I'm just gonna yell Gallon. Now that I'm like up.
Good. Just do it.
Gallon!
Roll 6.
With him yelling, you hear him down the stairs. You hear Braff yelling in this place.
I will immediately stop. So I drink the health potion. I'll stop rummaging through the desk, and I will start heading down the stairs.
You just hear I would say you would hear it coming down the stairs after you yell, coming down. And Gallon, unless you're doing anything other than just coming down the stairs, you would then be joined. As coming behind you, especially after you yell, you hear some kind of rushing up behind you, like Cyrus, and it's like, "Shh, dude, come on, fucking."
I will
But
call out.
they join you, Richter. You would join up with them too.
So I'm gonna start going down the stairs, and I will say, "Braff, is that you?"
Yes, and I have your backpack, and as I see you, I'm gonna like kind of start unslinging it. And I'm gonna like kind of almost.
I haven't revealed myself yet.
Oh, you're up. You're not okay.
So you're like, yes.
Yes.
It's okay. Are you still in the room yelling then?
No, me?
Yeah.
I'm halfway down the stairs. Like I'm
Well, you
starting
can see
to.
you on the. It's like
Yeah,
the
the
stairs
way-
are not like an enclosed environment. They're just railings.
What did you say? It was a spiral stairs?
No.
Okay, then before I reveal myself heading down the stairs, I will say, Braff, is that
Gotcha.
you? Say
No
yes.
problem.
I will say. Hold on, I need to know the answer to this real quick.
Pause for effects.
Got it.
Shit, bro, I'm dying.
Shit, bro, you are.
Shit, bro.
While he hesitates, I.
Yeah, you're fine.
I will say. What?
I'm dying.
What is the name? I'll say.
I
Who-
gotcha.
Who is your great aunt that just passed?
Oh fuck! I have to hold my backstory. Oh wait.
That's what I just did.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Why are you talking in riddles? We gotta get the fuck out of here.
I don't even. Hold on. My brain is buffering.
Right now on Todd's screen, it says you cannot fast travel while enemies are nearby, and he's just looking.
Come on, word, bro. Fuck. Processing, bro. Maybe I should write
You
some
can
shit.
just say you say the correct answer.
No, I
and that is
literally.
appropriate.
You know what's crazy
Oh,
is that I literally remembered it as I literally was pulling it up. It's Karina. I'm like,
Okay, good.
what? Karina, and I'm like now like making my way up, still like kind of hastily with both these backpacks. I haven't even slung mine. They're both single strapped on my
Yeah.
back, just like running.
Yeah, like cool. Like he's got one strap, but he also got a second pack.
Yeah.
Both of them looking cool.
I should probably leave my
I'll
backstory open just in case Todd does that again.
I'll make my way down the stairs. I
As-
see a bright glow that around the top.
As I'm like at this point, I have your back, and I kind of unsling it. I set it kind of on the steps. They're in the main chamber. They're moving the table, and there's a hatch that was hidden.
Ooh.
And
Who's
Stop
in the
talking.
main chamber?
We gotta go.
yeah, just come. They're opening something, and I'm now double strapping my bag, and I'm hauling my ass back down the stairs.
Cordell,
Oh,
my
fuck.
friend.
I gotta mute myself.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect timing.
buddy.
It has been a minute.
Oh shit.
Going back, your friends all were gathered around a door. Larry, the helpful just carriage driver, is making his way along the wall, kind of hurriedly moving deadly quiet, rustling just through the walls, down through. You see as he goes towards, kind of like wraps around, there is the main entrance where you guys originally came from, the switchbacks. And the gatehouse is like the drawbridge is fully dropped. It's open. He makes his way down the stairs, gesturing for you to follow, just silently moving through. At this point, you can see that your friends have made their way inside for whatever reason they might be, whatever it is they're doing. They're gone from you. They're out of sight. And Larry gestures down the bridgeway ahead of you, the drawbridge, and is just like, so we head out here, and then you're done. You can make your way through the mire, and you don't have to interact with these people. You don't have to interact with what's happening in here ever again. I offer that to you. I'll get you there safe.
Deal.
Do you know what you're bargaining?
Oh, do I have to bargain anymore?
Well, you're leaving your friends. It's more of a making sure morally, you're good with it.
Oh yeah, morally fantastic.
All right. Well, in that case, if you feel, let's go. Let's head out through. And then with that, he will kind of look up at the sky and says, we'll have to hurry. I'll meet you down there. I need to be gone sooner than you, but I'll meet you down at the very edge of the mire.
What do you mean?
I have to get down here a little bit sooner than you do. I don't have time to walk, so I'll meet you sooner.
You don't have time to walk. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move myself. I'll be back. I'll meet you down there. Just keep an eye out, and I'll get you safe through the mire. And with that, he's just gonna take a step back. He's gonna kind of snap his fingers. There's gonna be like a sheet of shadow moves over him, and there is nothing there anymore.
I'll start walking.
Come on.
You are just making your way. Yeah, you make your way down the switchback. It's dark at this point of night. You're moving past all these stones. Down the way down, it's a lot easier than the way up was. You have gravity with you. I will say you're moving by these stones and such. Are you in any way free of sight? Are you wanting to interact with these?
Nope.
Just make your way down.
Just make my way down.
You go down through. The moon is being taken over by clouds, but it is on your side. It's not behind the castle. It's now in front of you in some way. So you do have the benefit of enhanced moonlight. I believe you do not have dark vision.
Correct.
If I'm not mistaken. Yes. But you're making your way through, I'm assuming, torchless.
Yeah. Exactly. I want to be.
You've been making your way down and through. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check if you don't mind. As you hit the bottom of the switchback, moving all the way down, and there's just the tower behind you, everybody else behind you.
Torchless and bitchless.
19.
19.
Torchless and bitchless.
You have the vaguest idea of where to go. There is kind of like a path you guys followed cut through the clearing. You're able to make your way through. You kind of go on that last little bridge across the waterway and such. You make your way through the path. Make your way through the clearing and such. As before, you do notice As you're kind of closing the way, there's some blue lights ahead of you. Blue lights kind of going, generating all around this clearing. So it starts glowing. Go ahead and roll me a perception check or an arcana check. I'll let you choose.
Nat 20 perception.
Oh, and then at 20, I might as well. Yeah, I got you. You immediately, as you're going through, you're kind of guiding yourself. Like, I feel like it's between these trees that I'm kind of seeing, because you kind of see the, okay, it's about here, because I remember there's that kind of tree, because there's the two stones about, then glow. And glow. You immediately identify the stones are glowing. All the stones that have been standing around, seeming in their own way inert, are starting to have this faint glow going on.
I want to grab the stone out of my backpack.
Go ahead and reach for the stone in your back. Yep, you go in, reach it. Your whip at this point, where is it?
I think that's in my hand, my right hand.
Gotcha. So you have that with you. You go for the stone in your pack, and you see a mundane rock. Well, it's essentially before. It has the runic carvings on it, but it doesn't seem to have anything. You hold it in your hand for a moment, and you see all these lights kind of going through. You rolled a nat 20, so I'll say this. You have it in your hand as it's going. And then you see about the area you guys would have walked from, glowing. Then you just see kind of like a flash in your hand. It's kind of like a white flash that just goes cold. And then as that happens, you can see just like nothing continues. There's a whole kind of area, kind of more towards behind the castle as you begin walking, that doesn't illuminate. This whatever is going on does not continue past the point it was interrupted. You are free to continue walking.
I'll just continue walking.
And as you're still here, you're not looking over a balcony, you are still present and looking, and you see reversing its process out. All these lights start going out. So you're making your way forward. As you are walking through, they're going out, but you're going to intercept the two on the very edge of the clearing before you get there. And making your way through, walking, you see kind of all further back in the trees, there's leaning against a tree somewhat, kind of like paying attention, kind of like looking around nervously, is Larry, good old Larry, kind of standing up over there as you're walking by these two lights. He is a fair distance from on the other side.
He is a fair distance from them, you say?
He seems to be much further past into the tree line.
I guess he was already in. Okay, I'll just keep walking. How far away is he?
If you're walking by these two glowing stones without interrupting them, he's going to be about 60 feet.
Okay, I'll just keep walking then.
Okay. You make your way over, and as you're walking through, Larry seems to be looking back, and the stones, the soft blue of the stones kind of goes out as Larry at this point sees you approaching. I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect, as he gestures over, those normally would stay lit, so I think I was perhaps a bit premature getting out. But we are free to continue walking and talking if you like out of here.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
What do you
mean?
light yourself?
What?
Would you need some light yourself?
How well can I see? Can I like make out where
it was dark during the day.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'll pull out a. I need some light, and then I'll start to pull out a torch.
It gives you a moment to allow you to do that. He's like, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't going there to nab anybody in particular, but I was sure whoever I spoke to was gonna tell me no. So I'm shocked to have you here.
It doesn't seem good there. A lot of bad juju. So I am happy to get out.
There's a lot of things happening over there. People not doing what they should be doing. Let's say there's I feel like there's as he's letting you light your torch. As soon as you have it lit, he'll gesture forward and begin walking.
Mm-hmm.
You. I'm kind of walking side by side with you in this area. It's a little bit of a larger clearing, so he's able to.
Yeah.
People haven't been doing what they're supposed to be doing, and it's been creating a lot of problems for us, but your friends might be okay. I just didn't want to take the risk of having everybody go out and die over there.
So, how much do you know about this place? Everyone's kind of let it on to be absolutely normal.
Oh, it's. I know a fair bit about the place, but tell me a little bit about you, if you don't mind. Because you accepted my help. I'm kind of showing you some cards I haven't been showing people, and you seem to have taken them in stride. So please.
There's not much about me. I grew up kind of doing what I could to make some money, get by, and had a brief connection with the Baron, and then he called me back here, and that's kind of how I ended up here. But I don't know, anything you want to know?
I know what I need to know. I just wanted to hear what you thought of yourself. But that's all right. He kind of looks around, kind of like sizing up the castle here. Probably far enough away from them that we're safe enough for you. And he gestures over further into the darkness. The marsh, the swamp. You can hear the water further on. He's like, it's a dangerous trip back, and it's a dangerous trip back there. And I will say this: I have your best interest in mind, but oftentimes I feel like people don't know what their best interest is. Does that make any sense?
What do you think my best interest is?
Your best interest is going home, taking care of whatever you need to take care of, your family and such, and perhaps, eventually, perhaps taking a little bit of revenge on the person who wronged you. Put you in the situation where you were wronged, let's say.
I would think that's also my best interest.
You walked away from the keep. Do you plan on coming another day?
I plan on never returning.
Okay.
My best interest is to get home, as you said, and I don't think I will get home.
Roll me a perception check.
There's
Lit torch.
Again.
Nat 20 again.
Bro, you can't.
Dude, all right, did you get those? Did you go to the Ren Fair and get those fucking non-sponsored dice?
Nah, bro.
I think that's what happened.
Not straight up. The best decision was I switched those dice out, dude. I tested them to the start, and it was like 4, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3. I was like, nah, no way.
No, the
Damn,
juice
all
was
right.
gone.
Todd, don't talk shit about our not sponsor, all right, bud?
Fuck them.
On a nat 20, you're hearing like water kind of moving around, just the ambient water. You're hearing kind of like some animal life around, mostly just like you're just hearing like insects. You're hearing like flapping of wings and such moving through. But Larry, he's kind of standing there very relaxed. He's kind of like at this point he's been kind of messing with his hands. He's kind of like rolling just his hands over like this, talking with you. The Larry you met again at the actual inn at Marsha's Retreat was a very kind of jovial, very nice person. And you're talking to him, but that's not like the attitude you're getting from him. You're talking to him, but he's super in control of the situation. He seems very relaxed talking with you, and he's not doing much perhaps to reassure you at this. I would say that is more insight, but on a nat fucking 20, which was not what you were supposed to roll.
Yeah.
You're standing at a point in the path that you traveled along earlier today, technically. Earlier that morning, where you were traveled into the clearing. You guys walked for a couple moments, but now you're going past a point where there's kind of a game trail intersecting you. So there's left and right as well as up and down. You are currently talking with Larry. Pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie. You're talking with Larry as he's offering you safety. He's offering you a way out of here, trying to make a deal with you as you're standing on a crossroads.
So there's the path we came from, and then it also goes left and right. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like a game trail, but it's something that was like It was noted, but it wasn't like a prominent thing. You guys were trying to get out of a spooky marsh. You saw things in the woods you didn't like. You saw something that made human noises in the woods you didn't like.
How far away is the nearest bridge? Like the last bridge we walked over?
Going in? Like heading into the Red Mire? The last bridge the one that you beat if you
passed getting out of getting nearest bridge to the keep.
Got you. Okay, I just want to make sure you weren't talking about the one you just crossed. That one, it's probably moving in darkness and such. It's maybe a mile, maybe less.
How long's the whole hike? It was just a couple miles, right?
It was, but it took a couple hours.
Yeah.
It was kind of slow going.
This guy's kind of sus.
Oh, now you realize.
He says this guy's kind of weird.
I don't know if anyone else noticed, but I'm thinking he's a little sus.
Bro, this guy is in the white van. And he says,
Wait a minute.
He's eating. He's like, dude, this candy's fucking stale.
No, not even that. He says, he's sitting there. He's like, I don't think there's candy.
That's fucking crazy.
No,
Oh
he's
my
already
God,
at the
bro.
second location.
Oh. He's at the second location.
Yeah, the secondary
He's
location.
at the secondary location. He says, something's wrong.
My man's never been to Georgia.
Oh, fuck, bro.
He says, there's no puppies, are there?
That's crazy as fuck.
I'm gonna continue down the same trail, the normal trail. I don't want to ask him.
He doesn't. As you go to walk, he does not follow.
He doesn't follow.
Oh.
I just keep walking then.
You just continue walking alone with your torch in the darkness. You continue walking along. Give me a survival check. Walking in a swamp with the torch at night.
8.
You travel down the path and it's well defined for a while. You probably travel it down for maybe 5 or so minutes. Then you get to a point where you guys were kind of on a raised portion. There's a lot of little islands in the water. It's like where the road had interruption, essentially, where the road from Marsh's Retreat and the road from the Red Mire stopped. And you kind of move the way in the water. You're taking steps, and like you kind of go like past your knee in the water. Like, you go step past your thigh, like, oh shit, that's not there. Take a step around. You kind of look around with a torch at night. You don't know if you're off the trail by a lot, but you're lost. You're using up time. You probably I would say spend about a good 10 minutes or so kind of moving around here before, as you're moving around, kind of behind you, just like, you're gonna need some help over there, or you're just gonna pillage the water and help you find your way back to shore.
I'll find my way around. I'm gonna keep struggling.
He, like, still behind you, just like standing there, just kind of letting you kind of move around. So you're able to move around. I would say you would even give me another survival check.
4.
You say, I got this, you take a step, just kind of goes step down. You're up to your neck in the water right now.
Maybe I need a little help.
All right. Well, I can get you home. No problem. I can get you whatever you need to get all the way home. But we got to talk first. Or you can see if you can find a way to swim all the way back. That's fine as well. I would say while that's happening, you are hearing like more noise in the water. Just like as you step in, there's kind of like more noise happening. There's like you ripple and something ripples in reply.
Did you jump in the water?
Just as he was trying to travel, he was in the water.
About knee high for a normal person. But I have managed to mess this up. All right. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I can get you out of here. We can make a deal of sorts if you're good with that, and I'll get you out of here, no problem.
His mouth and nose are below water.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Can you at least get me out of the water, and then we'll make a deal?
I literally, well, he kind of shakes his hand, leans down, kind of like just grabs your hand and just kind of pulls you out. He's gonna make a strength check with.
Nat 20.
You got a nat 20?
No.
No, that's good because he got enough. He got enough to kind of
Okay.
like pull you out. Like your feet were kind of stuck in. He kind of just like pulls to get you enough out so you can step onto a little shoreline. Sorts like you're still kind of in the water, but you're out of that pinch.
All right. Deal. What's the deal?
Well, it's pretty simple. I need somebody to take care of something for me. You.
Yeah. Figured.
Yeah. So if you would do that for me, if you want to make that arrangement, you would owe me a favor. I'll happily let you out of here. Get you out of here safely, without worry or danger. I cannot and will not say the same for your friends.
No, that's totally fine. So the deal is you get me out of here safely, and I owe you a favor.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about the favor later.
It will come in time.
It'll come in time. Can you elaborate?
Deliberately not. When the favor is needed, I will let you know.
How?
Do you know what's going on here? Like at all? You're just wandering away from a haunted castle into a haunted swamp that just is around. This is where you interacted with the thing. This is where the thing in the woods.
I remember.
Huh?
I remember.
So this is, I can let you venture through here and get home. Or go back to the keep and whatever happens. Or, we can talk and, life goes how it goes. You get home safe.
I think I'll continue on my venture. Thank you. And I'll turn around and start walking.
There is nothing as you turn around and start walking. There's nothing left as you turn around. You turn to begin walking and having to turn back to use your footing, he is gone. Everybody else, as Corey is now walking in the dark, walking marsh. Actually, I will say this, just because it's been a moment. We could take 5 now as we switch gears.
Oh, yes, that sounds good. Yeah, let's take a second.
Time for a sweep pool.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm having fun with that.
This is great so far.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just wait till we get back. It's gonna get even better. I got some things planned.
No,
All right.
you do. All right, but yeah, I guess soft 5. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see you momentarily. Yeah.
Hi, I'm here. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Nothing bad's happening, and that's great. We wouldn't want anything bad or mischievous to happen. No one in the woods is having problems, and that's great. But now we're gonna cut over to another batch of intrepid heroes. 1 second, as I'm trying to. Oh, never mind. He's got it. Cool. But yeah, Braff, Gallon, and Richter. You guys are with the Knights in the Mason Order, having a very quick conversation on the very top of the steps of the Red Mire Keep before deciding, if I recall, running back down the stairs.
Yeah, I set the pack down on his feet, and I'm just like, I said what I said, and then Richter said, "Hey, let's just go." And I was like, "Okay," and I started running back downstairs.
Okay.
Hang on, before you do that.
Oh god. Well, he's doing it. There's no before. As he's doing it, perhaps, because he's just fucking moving.
Hey, do
So
you know
you're just running?
the command to continue the music?
Yeah,
I said pause, and I'm trying to say
So you're on.
you have to say pause again to start it.
I
come down the stairs.
I hastily said that they're doing some shit. They're trying to open up a hatch or something in the main hall, and then I started. Yep.
Well, before you ran off, I said who?
Daniel's in. What are the guards or whatever?
Just running, right?
I'm running.
Well, the Baron's dead.
You know,
Right.
you'll see in a second, but hearing that, Raph hears that, and that's good. Good to know.
But you're moving.
I'm
You're
hauling.
moving. I think
am hauling. I'm triple
you
dashing.
pivot and begin running with urgency. Richter, are you moving with that same urgency? What are you doing?
What? I'm moving. I mean, yeah, I'm just kind of along for the ride, trying to
Got
keep
you.
an eye on, like, I think. So, we're still on those stairs.
Yes, you were on the stairs that would lead up higher on. You guys are kind of on that second floor.
Or we're just going back down.
Yeah, because you guys went to find Gallon. You heard Braff and
Found
Gallon
him.
having a conversation, and then Braff is fucking spun and started running back towards the stairs to go down to the first level.
So you dropped my bag.
I set it at your feet, kind of, and it's on stairs, so I'm assuming it probably starts to shift.
Yeah. So like, since I know Braff is gonna overtake me, I'm just gonna start heading back down the stairs.
Got you. Watching you two move, Anders is gonna like first go and just go to continue with you, but Cyrus will take a minute and kind of like look over at Gallon and it's just like, there's something weird happening that the kid's worried about. It's in the main hall. We're gonna go check it out. And turns and begins following, not with that same urgency, but like he's just trying to communicate to an adult in the room.
Wait, we're checking it out. I think we should leave before we learn anything more.
Leaving's not a bad idea. Let's keep going. Braff, as you are again sprinting, making your way through, I would say you hit the stairs, you're able to go down, come down. You're in the hallway. There's the closed, like, well, I guess cracked now door ahead of you, leading into the main hall.
Before I go in, I'm grabbing a little bit of fur and a crystal that I have in my component pouch.
A little bit of fur and a crystal that you have in your pouch. Okay, for sure.
And then I kick open the door.
Door opens into you, so you can grab and throw it towards you.
I do that. I kick it and I go shit, and then I grab it and throw it open.
Hang on, am I able to do anything between the time that he makes it
You
down to the
can't
main?
stop him from doing what he's doing.
Damn
No,
it.
I know
That's
he
what I
runs
want.
off, but there'd be a few seconds before he makes it all the way down there and kicks the door open.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, how long is the
unless you
hallway?
have something remarkable you can do, you cannot necessarily interfere with what he's doing.
Well, how long are the stairs, and then how long is the hallway from the bottom of the stairs to
That's
the
what I'm
door?
saying.
So bottom of the stairs to that door is like 15 feet because they're joined together in the same alignment. It goes stairs, like the doors would like open, and then there's stairs at this point. Then there's the hallway that wraps around.
Okay,
Like,
so
the stairs are all stacked up. So having this conversation with Gallon on the stair going to the third floor between the second and third, you just kind of go and hit the other stairs, then go to that fucking main door. Like
So,
steps wise, like actual like linear travel is maybe like 50 feet.
So when we left the dining hall the first
Yes.
time, and we're like, there's 3 options, and you're like, turn right, go check door number 4. That's where he was sleeping.
Mhm.
And then we backtracked and went
Yeah, all the way back to that same area where the stairs are.
from the main door. We went dead ahead up the
Yes,
stairs,
up the stairs.
and then we're going just right back down those, right back
Yes,
to the door.
the only stairs
Yeah.
that have really been located or used have been these stairs that are like central on the actual keep, which are just right
Okay.
there behind these doors.
Yeah, that's because from the outside it
Okay,
seems
I guess I was thinking of somewhere
tower
else.
thing.
Yes. There, yeah. The keep is large, and there's perhaps more to it as far as like different areas and things. But in this main area with the main actual like reinforced keep where the barons residing, where the great hall is with all this stuff, it has that one staircase going up the second and third floor.
Okay. Well, I guess if he's gonna do that, whenever I got a second, I was gonna do something. But
What would you like to do as Braff's doing his thing?
I mean, I was just gonna cough and drink a health potion. But if he's
Another
gonna
one?
run off, yeah.
Another-
Yeah, you can go and chug another one like as you're like getting the update from Cyrus, you can just like kind of just like drop
Okay,
the
like-
old the used one and take another
Well,
one.
because yeah, I'm going to say something, and then he just like runs off. So I'm just gonna be like,
Gotcha. But and Richter, I guess at this time, if you also just want to make sure your character's doing something before those doors are open, I'll give you that time to try to do a thing.
Okay,
know.
let's see here.
I guess my intention
Also,
is to
give me-
follow him, so you.
Yeah, no, I mean you're following him, but Braff, like, he is being very clear on the fact he's not waiting. But one moment, I realized I made a point of going and refilling my water and then fucking left it behind. So one
Okay.
second here.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, where you going in such a hurry?
Don't even worry about it now. I'll go find out.
Wait, hold up.
Bro, you
Well, I'm
better be
holding up.
casting stop ritual.
Yeah, so
My favorite spell.
before he gets
On
there,
this sweet roll in the Baron's room.
I'm gonna
Pretty good.
cast
A little
the-
stale.
I'm gonna cast a little druid craft,
Okay.
which creates an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, such as falling leaves, a puff of wind, the sound of a small animal, which is the one I'm gonna use, the small animal, hurry scurrying across the ground to his back right,
Whose?
Braff.
Okay.
And then if or when he looks at that, I'm gonna say, Braff, wait. From behind.
Okay. I would guess perception check from Braff as he's Russian, hellbent.
I feel like my adrenaline would not. He's not cognizant. I have a
I'll
passive.
line up.
It's
If
your
you-
choice and if you want to roll it, but I would say a high DC perception check to see if it's something you clock and pay attention to.
Oh,
If you're just moving and that
I
doesn't
would.
bother you
I would.
anyway, then
I would rather use my passive perception of 13. If that doesn't do it, then that doesn't do it.
I would say that wouldn't do it.
Okay, then I'm just about to fucking fling this shit open.
all right.
All right.
Love you, Evan.
Grab the
Sorry
crack.
now.
It's all good. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, you just create that noise, and you know it was audible. You know that they're like he could have or would have heard it, but he's rushing down these stairs, moving through, grabs the door, throws it open. And I think throwing it open, I need a perception check from you, Braff, as everyone's trickling down. Richter followed by Anders, Cyrus, kind of closer to Gallon as you're all kind of just making this long, confused caravan down.
15.
15. You throw open the door. You see the table is off and on its side, completely against the wall. Like back to you, the man at arms and Daniels are like seem to be talking amongst themselves, or kind of like gesturing to each other as they're making their way out into the courtyard. Like they're moving towards that door across from you. They're probably a good 60 feet maybe, and this kind of like on that towards the other end of the hall.
So they're leaving. Like, is the door on the
Yes.
ground still closed?
It is still closed.
Okay, I'm gonna sprint over, saying, "Wait!" And I'm running over to them. As I'm doing so, however, I am going to switch my components that I grabbed. I'm gonna pocket the two things. I'm gonna grab a vial that has like this kind of almost like this watery substance to it, and it seems like water that's half melted, half liquid, or sorry, half ice, half solid, half liquid, like an ice kind of mixture. It is referred to as melt water, but I grab a vial of that
Gotcha.
as I'm rushing over to them.
Yeah, I would say as you're walking, the man at arms is kind of like going to open the door, and like you see, kind of this kind of like you're yelling, but Daniel only looks and notices you and looks kind of confused seeing you.
Yeah. I'm going
Okay,
to run. If I stand on top of the hatched door, are they 30 feet away from me?
They, if you rush up there, they're at the very edge of that.
Are they within a cone shape of each other?
They're next to each other.
Okay. I'm going to go plant myself on top of the hatch, and I'm going to cast Rhymes Binding Ice.
Rhymes binding ice. What is the save for that?
It is a burst of cold energy emits from you in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. DC 16.
Con saving throw. So first. Okay. Is this doing damage?
It is going to be doing damage, yes.
So I would say having to run in that far into the room, you're yelling, wait. I would say you have Richter and you do have Anders making the way certainly into the room before you do that. So you're running in Richter.
I'm gonna slow
Yeah.
way down and kind of stay near the door because I
Yes.
don't really want to be in here. I want to leave.
Yes. So running
As
towards
I
the
march.
exit. Yes, as we are marching. Yeah, again. Oh god, who's playing me?
I think Todd when he like unplugs or does something. I think
Yeah, I think so.
it reverberates a little bit.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Yes, I would say both these guys. One like the man-at-arms kind of making his way through, and kind of Daniel's confused, looking at you, like they're both looking at you. They're like kind of like confused, or well, actually, I would say the man-at-arms isn't. He's just kind of making his way out as this cone kind of just like goes. What's it look like as this magic hits? As I will say this, both of them failed their save.
Oh fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. So as I'm rushing up, I'm going to, as I'm like reach my hands out, like wait, I'm then going to pop the top of the meltwater, and as it does so with my with one of my the hand holding the vial pops it off, and with my other hand I'm gonna almost like in a flurry kind of draw the water out, and then drop the vial kind of with my hands, almost like whooshing around, and doing so pushing forward this 30-foot cone of just like just frost and ice, and it shoots across. And then also for your understanding, they take the damage, and then on a failed save, they take 3d8 cold damage, and is hindered by ice formations for 1 minute, or until it or another creature within reach of it uses an action to break away the ice. A creature hindered by ice has its speed reduced to 0.
Got you. So they're restrained fully. They have how much damage is taken?
They will be taking. I haven't rolled that yet.
3d8.
They will be taking.
Soundtrack right now.
They'll be taking 10 points of cold damage.
Yeah. So you go and those like whip and like wrap around, like you see ice crystals and such kind of like form on them as like they just kind of like wraps around. Like the Daniel's fully locked to the door, so like kind of like yells like ah, and then like the men-at-arms who is just walking like back to you, sees like all the ice is kind of frantically turning around as his feet are more restrained than anything else. It's just that kind of at the very edge of this. He kind of turns around, like looking, and kind of like you see like turned Daniel's like huh, and looks over and they sees you.
There was 2 of them in the room. They're both restrained. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of them are restrained.
So
I would say Anders and Richter were privy to that.
Okay, so I'm just breathing heavily as they're now frozen, and I'm like, and I'm just gonna not say anything for a
I would say
second.
Cyrus and Gallon would be coming into this room, entering as well at this time,
Okay.
unless you're trying to do anything else. But I would say you're coming in, Gallon, and seeing the result of this.
I left my bag, but I did sling the crossbow.
You just left the bag there.
Yeah.
Raph,
Yeah, I would say
it is
Cyrus,
time
who
to
had
go.
had your crossbow, upon seeing you, did unslink it and hand it to you.
Okay, yeah, I would have been like, all right, can you hand that over to me?
Sure.
Okay, then I'll enter the room first, probably.
You see the 2 people on the very end, frozen in place, as you have Raph standing in the center of the room, clearly the very epicenter of this.
I'll say Braff.
Richter, you said something too. What was it again?
I said, Braf, we have to go now.
I'm just staying there. What the heck? Hold on. My character sheet just mega fucked up. What the hell?
That's a weird thing to say at a moment like this, but
Okay, I fixed it.
we'll let it slide.
I'm like, I turn back to both of you. I feel like they're trying to release something, and
Come over here.
And I look.
I don't care what they're doing.
I kick my foot. I stomp on. Well, actually, hold on. I do that. I do stomp twice, and then realize, fuck, I should probably do that on this. You can see the hatch, the closed hatch on the ground.
I would say you slam the hatch down.
The hatch open?
No, it's closed.
It's not.
Closed, big old. It's
I-
like a barn door.
I stomped
It's like
on it twice.
a
to, indicate.
large, heavy wood. It kind of fits in the kind of the grain of all this wood paneling on the floor and such. It kind of fits all the hardwood. But no, it's there. I would say you would notice it here, having Braff brought his attention to you. For you, Gallon, this room's unrecognizable because last time you were here, people were getting ready for dinner. Now the tables to the side, all these chairs are moved around and such. Cyrus kind of enters the room as well and looks around. Jesus Christ, they've really got it, huh?
It's definitely the biggest room that we've been in the keep, right?
Yes, by a lot.
Okay.
Are we getting out of here? Are we holding these men hostage? What are we doing here? And I would
say
say this is happening as Daniels and the other guy like they're kind of like moving, kind of interacting, like trying to like mess with the ice, but they're kind of like looking at you. They're not really saying anything.
The only people that are fucking hostage here are us. I'm tired of this shit. And I kind of gesture back to the other two.
I'll say Richter's right. You all need to leave. You need to get as far away from here as possible.
You're staying here?
As you guys are talking, I'll say like there is kind of like a moving wind happening outside. Like you hear kind of a wind picking up.
Jesus, there's something going on. We have to leave.
I'll deal with these two, and I'll point towards.
But
they are at, just because I feel like there might be some confusion. They are at the entrance to the courtyard. You would technically need to go past them.
Entrance to the courtyard?
Yes, the courtyard. You guys entered the main hall from the stairs.
But I thought we could. I thought there would.
You could try to find a way around. I know Gallon, you would definitely know a way to get past and around them, but you have to be going out of your way to get around. You could do it.
How far are they down the hall?
They're
down what? They're not in the hall. You guys are in the great. Like,
we're in the grand hall.
You're in the great hall. They're at the door to the courtyard.
Yeah, we're at the opposite end of the great hall.
Yeah.
Yes. Braff
is
in the middle.
Restrained.
Braff is in the middle, and the ice guys, the guys who are iced,
yeah,
Daniel and some Joe Schmo, are iced up at the other doorway.
I'll say that as I'm walking towards Braff.
Okay. I guess I will too, because I assumed that we were leaving the other way.
Yeah,
so
no, I got you.
I'll be like running up to Braff.
Yeah,
no, I'm running, man. I'm running up to Braff. He seems like distracted.
I will say these are not, as I noticed before that these two had the same amulets.
They did, yes.
I'll say these are not human. They're posing as whoever these were.
You said
as I walk towards you, bro.
You said that you killed the Baron?
Is continuing to pick up outside.
Say a wind?
The Baron is dead.
Yeah, you are hearing like a whistling happening from the a gust of something is happening outside. It's enough that it is influencing the volume of the room.
Okay. You said the Baron's dead. Yeah, right?
The Baron is dead. There was some creature posing as the Baron.
Yeah. Okay.
You all need to get far away from here.
Listen, I'm not fucking.
Let's go then.
You can leave. I'm not leaving you, Gallon. I'm not leaving you. And at this point, I'm gonna then step off the hatch. I'm gonna start grabbing at the table that's overturned. We need to grab it. We need to place the table back, and I'm gonna like jump over to the other side, trying to then now lift it up. Like we need to put the table back where it was.
Give me a strength check manipulating this table.
He started playing Bloodborne after he was playing Elden Ring.
Yeah,
from what I understand.
I have other thing I'm doing here, Evan. Just so you know, I'm manipulating the music.
17.
Okay. I think it's really just the players hearing it now, so that's fine by me.
17.
So you're going with the experimental playlist?
No.
I'll say,
not really right now. But yeah, 17. You just for Jared. You interact with the table and such. You're able to grab it and kind of it's fucking heavy. But you're able to grab it and kind of just get like just a little skid across the ground as you just hear loudly it's like fuck as Daniel and the men at arms are kind of like messing with the ice. It's been more than a turn, I'll say at this point. This is them getting free of their ice.
I will say, as you're messing with the table, I'm walking towards the center, approaching you, and I'll say.
Wait, the ice is. Oh, sorry.
So don't be a fool, Braff. This table is not what's keeping this door closed. You go. You all need to go. I'll buy you time and stay behind.
As you say this, second, bam. The whistling picks up quite a bit in the room, to the point where it starts. The whistling from the. Sorry, what, Todd?
Were there pipes in the main hall?
There are not pipes in the main hall, but I appreciate how directly you caught on to what's happening here. But the doors are open. The whistling picks up to a fever pitch, and you hear a symphony of voices, essentially. It sounds like dozens.
Similar to
of
this
people.
music.
No, they're not doing like high gothic orchestra, but it's just like more of just many voices, kind of just letting out a like just many voices coming from many locations. The sound of it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that I need everybody aside from Cordell to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
I already rolled for the other relevant people.
Of course, the one bad roll 10.
10.
Throwing this out there. With Mage Slayer, you have advantage on saving throws against spells cast by creatures within 5 feet of you. If it's just ominous AoE, does that count?
No, it's not. Ominous AoE. Well,
Ominous
a spirited argument does
Bro,
not.
all my homies hate ominous AoE.
Ominous AoE is not great. Richter, what is your roll?
Hang on, I gotta do some math about it. I
Good.
rolled a 3,
Galen.
so it's not gonna be high.
Gotcha.
Well, the music I'm playing is kind of windy.
Galen.
Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
16?
Ooh.
Bro, I was rolling like the whole night, and then of course I need to
Dude.
live my best life. I'm fucked. 10's the DC,
Galen.
right? Nah, fuck.
As you are the only one to pass this check, you hear a large amount of just this kind of like growing, just these voices kind of going. It just sets a deep unease within you. But you also could feel what's happening here. I'll let you choose. Do you want to do an insight or arcana check initially as this is beginning to happen?
I guess my thoughts immediately go to the hex that was cast on, is it Insight or Arcana? I'll do Arcana. 12.
I rolled a 9.
12 is enough that you know. You got a 9, Richter. Okay. When I heard what you rolled on the die, I did just kind of already
Assume.
I knew where it was ending on the scale. You know enough to know that what you feel is this deep, like, this, like, almost like something is trying to influence your mind and where your thoughts are going. You can feel it kind of tugging at your emotion in certain ways. It's like you're overtaken by a sense of like melancholy. That passing this save, you still feel like you feel the effect of that, but you still keep your mind. Richter, you are running over to Braff to like try to converse him to kind of like detract and end. You know, like, let's get out of here, let's move past. And you're just kind of brought back, like, the kind of the intensity of the moment, kind of like you feel it kind of bubbling and building to a sense. You just can't help, but like your just mind immediately snaps back to a time where you were influencing, like you yourself boiled over, and you just remember just like the snapping of bone. You just remember like just the influencing of and creating the environment of just so much pain and torment for another. And like your mind is just completely saturated in kind of the total despair and lack of control you felt at that moment. Breath. You find yourself just incredibly stuck. You're panicking. You're trying to talk everybody into something, and you're just brought back to a similar sense of just trying to tell people what happened, kind of defend yourself a little bit. And your mind goes back to a memory that came up very somewhat recently of just someone gently bobbing in the water, no longer moving. You are, at your own way, just brought back to that. And instead of the hot flash that Richter's getting, you would just feel just the ultimate like sadness and shame in that moment. Both of you know one thing to do about it. you cannot help at this time, and I will let you guys roleplay it however this might be, and we'll figure it out. There is one way to alleviate yourself of this despair, and it's down.
To go
Gallon,
down.
you're the only one who is still, in essence, in the room of these people. But you, I would say, give me a perception check.
It's down through the doors.
Down.
It's down.
Perception, bro. You can't take a break on perception. 21, sucker.
You notice, like, this music kind of comes up, and it's weird, and you feel it kind of go over. And so you just kind of look around the room. And first off, you see Anders. Just kind of like, he's like, was coming up with you, was talking with Brath, and just immediately he just kind of stopped. He just kind of goes, it just starts hyperventilating, and then just kind of goes to the floor for a moment. You can see Cyrus just kind of take a moment with like his sword, kind of looking around. Like he just seems very puzzled, and he's just looking around. And he's the only one in this room that actually seems to be looking around and taking in their surroundings. As Brath and Richter's characters are both in a similar sense of unwell that Anders is emulating. However, the two guys, Daniel and the other person, on your roll, I would say, you see them, they're breaking free of their ice, and they're turning and moving, and you can see they seem to have just begin moving away. Like they're leaving the keep fully. They also, as they turn, you can see they have like wrapping, like they have like a bit of like, almost seems like wax or something they have over their ears.
Didn't it last for 1 minute?
What lasts for 1 minute?
The ice.
No, they can, as
unless
an
they
action,
take an action.
Yeah, they can.
to-
They can get. Yeah. Oh, let me double check though. I'm pretty sure it says
Unless they or
a
somebody
creature
helps them.
and is hindered by ice formation for a minute or until it or another creature within reach of it uses an action to break away the ice.
So
They're
they had
starting to
enough
leave.
time with your conversation to break the
So-
ice and begin moving
yeah.
out.
During their turn, they were like, they took out their ice axes and they started.
They're
Like,
also, they're
Not
all,
to try, not to apply like turns to like conversation, but several turns would have happened since Brath did this, and you guys
6
talked
seconds.
for a minute. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so as they're all doing that, I'll say to myself, I'll say, gods take me.
I
And
says to him, I
I'm gonna-
says,
I'm gonna run across the hall. I'll say, so you there, stop.
To them,
Yeah.
the two guys, they're fucking in the courtyard running. They're leaving this environment. They're not like running, like sprinting, but they're moving. They're getting out of here.
Okay, then I guess midway I'll stop.
I also want to point out you did clock. They seem to have something over their ears. So there's
Okay,
a
they
reason
said
they're not
something over
hearing
there.
you. There's a
Okay.
reason when Brath came in and yelled, it like one of them got a nat 20 on perception to even
Yeah.
see him.
oh.
Okay. Fine. Hang on. So I saw that they had some over their ears.
Yes, you had a very high. That's a cat whisker. I'm like,
I
dude,
know,
what
I
the
was-
fuck's
Bro,
going
something's
on?
coming through the
Oh.
screen. My
Your
God.
After Effects is going crazy. No, yeah, I would say with your high perception roll,
Just throwing this out there. with the
respectfully
feet-
change your dice. You notice for sure.
Throwing this, so I stop midway, knowing that I can't really catch them. I'm not gonna say
You
leave my
could
party.
catch them.
Well, I'm
like,
not gonna
they
leave my
can't hear you.
party, so I stop. Okay.
It's a weird
Um,
choice that not a lot of people would make.
Would a healer's kit have wax in it?
I would say no.
Would it have a-
I
would it
was
have a-
thinking for a moment, but I don't see any reason why wax would be in that specific kit.
Would it have a bandage? It'd have like a
Sure.
bandage, some sort of tape, something sort of keep a bandage in place.
Yeah, I mean, it would have necessary medieval equipment equivalent to a proper bandage or tourniquet.
Could I wrap my head to get myself in some sort of buffer against the sound?
I will tell you this, just so you know. It's like your spell mechanically, or your blood maledict things. When you save it, you save. So as of right now, unless the situation develops and changes, you
Okay,
pass
I
your
guess-
save.
okay.
You can do something still to wrap yourself to be prepared for another thing to occur in the same way. But if you're worried about that specific thing, you are hearing the music and you
Okay.
passed your wisdom save.
I guess that would go through my head. That's an idea.
For sure.
Okay. Are you gonna go with something else, or gonna keep going?
I'm letting you keep going for a bit because I'm gonna probably spend a little bit. Well, actually, you do have a point because things are developing in the room behind you.
Okay.
Yeah, how
The
far?
hatch is opened. For fucking sure at this point.
Hatch
If you even
opened, like,
jogged
randomly?
past, huh? No, Anders, fell to the floor, went through. He's just ripped the hatch open,
Oh.
and he is going
Anders did.
down.
Wait,
Anders
you say
did.
it's 10 by 10? He just fucking rips it open?
It's the hole's 10 by 10. It's like 5 by 10 for each hatch. He didn't like rip it off, but he opened it up, with urgency. Like he's about it, and he's going down. As and I would say honestly, Raph and Richter's, your characters would be making similar methods to get down there.
I have a method as
Richter, perhaps.
I was gonna say I can RP what I'm seeing when I have a second.
Yeah, for sure. If you would like to, I'd like you to have that
Hey.
bit of agency. Although Richter, when it comes to your time, you don't need to. I can do it. But yeah, by all means, Braff, it's your.
I think that as I'm assuming you brought this brought me back to the dock. Is that the instance of which it did? So as I'm sitting there in my mind on the dock, and I see see my brother sink beneath the waves. Well, as he struggles, all of a sudden I see this hatch open up, both the doors on either side, and as he's struggling, he sinks almost into the hatch. This almost whirlpool kind of being created by the hatch doors opening, and I sit there and I hesitate, and then I kick into gear again, and I dive into the hatch of my mind, which then is replicated by me scurrying across the ground because I'm kind of at this point letting go of the table and just saying no, and as I scurry, and I'm then now like almost head over ass just going into the hatch.
For sure, yeah. Richter, you don't. I
So
can
there's,
absolutely
like,
RP it a bit. Here, but yeah.
There's a lot going on. It's loud outside. Braff starts yelling. Gallon is yelling out the door. There's like this coming to like
I will also say this: your mind's not your own right now, necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
But yeah, there's a
everything's
lot of
coming to
yelling
a
going
fever pitch.
Yeah.
There's voices coming from below. And
What's
you're saying
Yeah.
I'm being drawn. You said the solution to my problem is down.
Yes, you are in a similar way where Braff is brought back to a specific thing. You are being brought back to a specific. You are being kind of brought back to a moment of kind of hate and anger, and it's a similar way where as he was kind of led down, your reprieve from the feelings you have of like for this moment of in some way shame, perhaps. You just feel like the ending or the fixing of it is down below.
Okay, yeah. As all these sounds kind of meld into this like terrified scream emanating from a single point. The rest of the sound I hear is like in a movie when a bomb goes off and there's just a high-pitched tinnitus thing,
Yeah, of course.
like an ee. So I just hear this scream and then like this horrible like pitch in my ears, and it's like it's getting louder and louder, and I'm like, yeah, I'm holding on to this machine basically, causing the screaming. Have to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay. That's easy to figure out.
That's fine. Really, in my mind, it was more just like you're in this like, way, you holding the machine that is creating this. You can be freed of it. Like you can just get the relief of having and causing. As
Okay.
you're just
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like-
that is below.
So I see where Braff is headed, and I'm like, immediately I take off my backpack, I throw it to the ground, I pull out the doll,
Mhm.
and kind of like Lord of the Rings, I'm hoping to take this and like cast it out into a lake of fire. You know, just like rid myself of it.
For sure. Yeah,
I'm
and you
like-
have that in like
I'm like holding it with one hand, kind of like
yeah,
ginger.
it is like what is happening to you both is dream logic. To get to your destination and to get the relief that you need, it is making allowances in your mind. It is moving. Like even you, breath diving in after your brother. Like once your body knows you're not at water, you hear water further in. Once you know, like, and you, like you know, like oh, I can. Like there is just like whatever it is your body is wanting and needing to relieve the situation. If it changes as you just get more sensory details kind of come through, your wants and needs for this change with it.
Okay.
It's all focused on that singular memory and point, but that is what you are moving towards.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. So I leave my bag behind.
Okay, yeah,
I
gotcha.
just like blindly like scrambling down the stairs after Braff.
Of course.
They
Gallon,
made it. They made it to the stairs. Are they going down?
the hatch is open. At this point, you have seen Anders. Because you moved a little bit, you would see Braff and you would see Cordell, or not Cordell, Richter making their way down into the hatch.
They're already making their way down.
Yeah, they're in. It doesn't take a lot of movement to get down.
How far am I from the hatch?
You said you moved a bit, so I'm going to say approximately 20 feet or so as you kind of like ran after these guys and noticed they were going to be too far and you had more important things.
Or I'll say fuck, and then I'll turn. I'm gonna turn.
It's like
and
Cyrus is also kind of looking over the hatch, kind of like speaking. And it's just like, guys, what's going on? And he kind of looks up at you as he's just like, what the fuck's going on?
Stay here. Something's drawing them down.
So what do you mean stay here?
And I'm gonna. Can I see breath?
You'd have to like they went down the hatch. You would have to go inside and kind of look down to like go to the hatch opening.
I'll go to the entryway and I'll look down.
Yeah, you would see down. For one, you open it down, and being the one who could properly see what's happening, there seems to be like carved into the stone receding in. There's a passageway kind of carved through, dark inside. But there seems to be steps just moving down into the earth.
There's just steps.
Just steps going down into darkness where you can see Braff and Richter and Anders in various states of frenzy and somewhat mania making their way down. Just
How far
wildly.
can I see with my blade emitting light?
Blade emitting light lets you see about probably 20-40 feet in, and it's steps going down.
I don't see anybody.
You see those three people that I just described.
Okay.
They just
I'm
put the
gonna
step-
go down there and I'm gonna attempt to grapple breath.
Got you.
The steps
Um,
just keep going.
They are going a considerable ways down. Absolutely.
Okay,
Are
so we're
they
not at
steep
the
or are
end.
they kind of like shallow?
So they're steep.
So, okay.
You guys are at risk of very real personal injury
I was gonna
if you guys
say.
were to tumble.
I would just
I'm
like to
gonna-
say that I am doing a swimming motion. I'm like grabbing down the stairs, like swim, like
Yeah.
so. Whatever
Which I would
damage
say
that
you are kind of
incurs-
prone going down the steps like this
Face
as
first?
Gallon.
Yes, face
Yeah,
first.
face first.
Okay,
but
then I'm gonna attempt to
being
grab
that
his
you are
legs.
kind of bloodying and beating yourself up going down, but you are not tumbling head over heel. Whereas Richter, you are, I would say, almost solemnly walking down, like just heading down. Unless you're moving with urgency, you would tell me, but you are moving down. Different energy to Braff, but at the same time, very really moving.
Would I see how dark it's getting?
That if you would see, it would be a side note of any sort. Like that is not as important as it is you heading down. You
But I
might
can see the
understand that it's
stairs
dark.
enough.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think it's kind of like tunnel vision. I only
Mm-hmm.
see. I need to get down there. I can see the stairs, but the stairs are getting hard to
I was
see.
going lit.
So
Yes, you can see the stairs. You can see it. I would also say you are benefited by the fact that Gallon is moving down with you with a bright sword.
that's right. Okay, so I'm not worried about it right now.
Yes. I would
Yeah, I
also say, to be fair, I want to give you guys a lot of agency on what your characters are seeing and doing, but your characters are in very really in a state where they don't have full control of themselves.
Yeah,
You're moving
I'm
down, but I will say this: if it was absolutely pitch black, your character would move down with the same fervor.
But with the same accuracy, like just
No, but you
stairs-wise?
wouldn't have control over the accuracy. necessarily.
Okay,
Like, you'd
okay,
go
I see.
down, but your character would still be intent on just getting down.
I turn around and I hear the scream coming from right behind me still, so I'm like scared by that and keep moving down.
I'll say, Gallon, kind of doing a swimming motion down. The stairs do narrow a bit, but just with the state of it, you have to go kind of past Richter to get to Braff's really ankles if you're just trying to grab something.
Yeah, I guess with the stairs being steep, I'm gonna kind of carefully make my way down, which I guess will take me a little bit longer.
Sure.
Can I sheath my sword and then light the lantern?
You can.
Okay. So that it'll be like a blue glow, which I believe is farther than the sword.
Yes, but also that's going to take some time, and in that time, I'll get to you getting to Braff, because first I do want to go back to Cordell.
Well, I guess hold on. You can grapple with one arm. Does that impose any disadvantage?
Well, yeah, you're not doing it fully.
Well, but doesn't grappling only require one free hand?
Yes, it would, but also like you're not in combat with Braff necessarily. You're trying to get him. The mechanics will take place, but yeah, if you're trying to slowly walk down, switch sword, switch lantern, light it, then go get Braff, that's going to take more time, and they're going to keep proceeding down.
With with one hand, I'll have one hand on my sword. With my left hand, I will attempt to grab Braff's ankle, and
he's
him.
on the stairs with his feet here swimming. So
Okay,
his
then
ankles are what's towards you.
Yeah, I'll attempt to restrain him.
Okay. We'll do that in just a moment, because first I do want to go back to Cordell.
Oh no, this guy.
Give me a survival check first off.
Yeah.
Right out the gate.
Hey, bro, you got this. Whatever it is.
-7.
18.
Oh,
Damn.
on the up.
Having been left, it seems, and seeing nothing of Larry, you're in the marsh. You're here. You're in the Red Mire, moving through this torchlight, kind of dancing off the waves and such. You're getting a similar effect that you saw before. As you travel, the shadows move and change around you as the trees move, the shadows move, and everything is quite depressing and unsafe here. But you're able to steel yourself. Being set and kind of helped where you were moments before, you're able to kind of refine the path and kind of navigating this more difficult area. You're able to kind of stay on the ridges and such, focusing on it intently, and you're able to get to a point in the path where you somewhat recognize where the path was a little bit easier to navigate, and you're back on it. You have kind of navigated that bit of the path, and somewhere up ahead is the first bridge. Well, second bridge, but the first one that matters to you right now. You get a perception check as well. Go ahead and ask what you're going to ask, though.
I got a 12 on my perception check.
Okay.
And is the road ahead pretty straightforward, pretty easy?
Oh man, this is stressful.
It is a lot more straightforward, absolutely.
Boy, Braff, I got you.
Thanks, Boo.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
With your perception check,
Sorry, right there, you're out of luck.
You just as you're moving through, you just hear more movement. You just hear like plenty of bugs kind of creaking and such. There's no like any like kind of torch bugs or anything. There's nothing creating light out here. There's no bioluminescence. There's just nothing aside from your torch moving. Every once in a while you'll hear like splashing off in the water. You'll look over. Every once in a while you'll see just like eyes, just a pair of eyes, kind of just moving through the water, kind of looking at you. Low in the water. Best you could maybe figure is the crocodiles, like Richter, summoned to his aid well before, but these ones are just watching you with some intent. But as you travel along the next 10, 15 minutes or so, they kind of go away. You still hear birds moving through, oddly enough, in the pitch of night, but at this point you're kind of traveling well and truly alone. I'll say this. you hear more splashing in the water, kind of off to the left this time. Not like around, but off to the left. And turning to look, there doesn't seem to be anything. This happens a couple times in short succession. Within a minutes of sort of each other, you continue hearing something in the water in some way. Either coincidence is happening or something's mirroring your steps.
I will just not look back and walk forward, no matter how, like, even if it's loud. I'm just gonna walk forward.
Okay. You continue.
Oh, you rolled. No, don't roll.
It's an L for you, my friend.
That's a face. A face of a winner. And I will be the loser.
Well, it's D&D. There's no winners or losers.
Hang on, I got this.
That's right.
John, all the way away. Hang on, I got this.
Oh no, hold on. There's
I got the situation under control.
yeah, no, I'm sending something to the thing.
Traveling. Are you guys texting each other right now?
Oh, I'm sending a counter to your shit.
Please do.
Check visuals and graphics, my friends.
I'm not gonna yet, but
Not you.
continuing along with you, Cordell, you hear the splashing along in the water. Eventually, with you stopping to look, the splashing happens again, and you don't turn to look, and it happens again, and you do not turn to look. I'll say this. Give me a perception check. You're not looking.
This is what Todd sent to the Discord chat.
15.
15. As you're moving through, its splashing kind of stops, and it's like there's a couple of moments of you traveling, you don't hear the splashing again. But then you realize the rest of the environment. So you're not hearing the bugs really anymore. You're not really hearing birds really much anymore. Kind of all you're really hearing is your own footsteps, seeming impossibly loud, as you're moving with the torch through the rest of the night. And no sooner do you have kind of the realization where you can't hear anything, than you do hear a little bit of water rushing ahead of you. Moving further along the path, the torchlight does reveal to you. You are on the first bridge back. There it is. It's the log with a rope going across, kind of a higher chasm, water rushing underneath.
I will cross the bridge.
And a shadow on the other end of the bridge. Like a tree or something casting shadow, but not moving as a tree. There is something solitary on the other end of the bridge from you.
I'm gonna walk like I don't see it. I just continue walking.
You are at the bridge now. There's a log. There's the rope going across. You have a torch in one hand. You can attempt to make this. Are you gonna shy away and not look at it, or are you gonna?
Like I don't even see it. Just walk.
It sees you.
Okay. Give me, I would say either athletics or acrobatics to kind of hold this rope and hold the torch and kind of just look down.
This man's pretending. This man's pretending it's not real, bro.
Oh, he said
21.
Real, you idiot.
21. You put one hand on the rope and you begin walking along the bridge, not looking. You like kind of grab the rope and begin walking, and then you feel that you kind of move and you feel like you kind of lose your footing, but you know your footing's moving, not moving. But like your hand's on the rope, but you feel the rope.
I'm gonna.
But you're not looking.
How long is the bridge?
It's about 20 feet along. You've taken the first couple steps along it, but you're on the bridge.
Just kiss him.
I keep walking.
You take one more step.
Ah, god damn it already.
And you feel the entire log you are standing on pitch up violently. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw
Holy
as
fuck.
the bridge itself is thrown from underneath you.
I think I passed, but let me see what my modifiers are.
I also just
Very
like
good.
there's a hat here on my couch, and I just flip that bitch all the way across my apartment.
Hell yeah.
Representing the bridge.
Yeah, represent.
Absolutely.
20, but not
20.
natural.
That's great. The log you were standing on, you're holding the rope. You're not looking. It's like the floor you are on just pitches up, and you're able to kind of like it throws you back, and you land down. But the actual log itself careens down at you, and you were able to roll to the side before this thing would have done an inordinate amount of damage to you.
Whew. That was close. And so the bridge is still standing. Is that correct?
The entire bridge just flew at you.
The
bridge was just a
entire
log.
bridge.
Bridge was a singular large log.
Oh.
Yes, the better, larger bridge is one of the first things you cross. This one is just the one rope bridge. Like you had to hold a rope and make an athletics check for a reason.
I see.
Did it fling him like?
Yeah, which side did I land on?
You landed on the side you came from.
Damn it.
Man.
But also you do your now very sudden movement at you, and I need you to roll initiative.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh no.
Good night, Cordall. Forever.
13.
13.
Jeez, Connor, you're a sick fuck.
On a 13, you were thrown to the ground. Your torch is to the side. You were scrambling to get up. You lose the initiative. You look up to see the shadow arising before you, and as it comes into view, with its arm completely cocked back, you are seeing just a mess of roots and metal plating within its roots. You're seeing something that is like, there is a mostly a rootish form, but you're seeing like plate metal and such kind of scattered and tied around it with different barbs and roots and such. And it just brings an arm down at you. And what is your AC?
17.
Kill the darkness, Corey, and you'll live.
The arm comes down, slams into you. You're taking 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and as you are on the ground, its own root form in its hands sinks into the ground, and you are currently grappled.
Oh.
Auto grapple.
Damn, am I witnessing a player
What the
death right
heck?
now? I'm witnessing.
You didn't get to roll like a strength saving throw, or?
Certain creatures have grapple on contact.
Or then certain creatures
Todd,
in your mind?
Todd, this creature has it, bro. Leave it alone.
Bro, this guy, dude. I read the whole creature manual.
Oh.
So you said not to.
This man said the
Man,
creature.
that's not a thing, bro.
This man says I read
creature
the
manual?
creature manual.
Look, dog. It is your turn, though, Corey.
How long was the bridge? You said about 20 feet?
It was about 20 feet, so the log was about that size.
Okay, just a second. I need to Google rules of jumping.
I'm about to switch. I'm gonna add a tag into the stream saying player death. Hold on.
No, don't do that. You can't. Actually, yeah, if it gets viewers.
Player death.
Fly to the people.
Say player death.
Oh, player death coming is an actual tag you can add. I added it. Oh no, it says play death coming. I'll get the point across.
That's stupid.
Hey, can I? Let's see.
You're so young.
Also, there's ominous
Oh,
like
Todd, fuck you. I had to double check. Unrelated creature with this thing. It does a certain hit, bludgeoning damage, and the target is grappled. Or its thing. And if you're interested in all that stuff, perhaps on an upcoming Tavernside Talk, we'll talk about these monsters.
Fuck the monsters.
Oh, fuck
And-
the monsters. That's a different stream.
I want to do that stream. How I would like to. I would like
Starting
to
now.
get ungrappled. How-
Ungrappled. So
yes.
you are rooted to it. It's contested strength.
Why
As this thing's kind of, it's on top of
Damn
you,
it.
but
Got a 6.
Even though I'm not there, I fight for you, Corey. Don't worry.
I did not roll high, but it did still beat that. You struggled to try to get out of it, but it's just like you were like, there's roots in the ground kind of around you, and you are truly stuck here.
Man, sure would be nice to
Yeah.
get this here.
Well, that's an action, right? That I did.
That is technically yes.
Dodging in no way would help here, correct? I can't dodge
not
out
if
of a
you're
grapple.
stuck. No.
I don't know if
Okay.
you can dodge if you're grappled.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely cannot.
Okay. That was my action, that's for sure.
Oh my god.
Oh, can I do
He was a
anything?
child.
I
I'm just
have no bonus actions.
I'm double checking here. Action.
A.
And I
You
didn't
have the-
take an attack action.
You have the ungrapple
1
spell.
second. Will of strength.
I forgot that
target.
spell,
The
unfortunately.
the condition specifies that the thing.
The music is
That's
quite
an
intense.
action.
Yeah, you have to use that. You have to do an action to escape a grapple. I just wanted to double check because.
Life
I
or death.
appreciate it.
So yeah, unless you have a bonus action of sorts you would like to try using.
Yo, that was our healer. Now he's in the
Is
swamp.
there... Is there anything I can do as a bonus action at this time?
Plead for your
That you
life.
can think of?
It is very much up to you.
The audio's
What would you
fucking as
like to
hell.
try to do? Yeah, I know.
I mean, I would like to. I was gonna say I'm ready to make a deal.
Are you gonna say that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. -1. Damn it, 9.
You say out loud, "I'm ready to make a deal," and immediately you hear back, "One more."
Oh, damn it.
What's your AC again?
17.
Because when you hear one more, the creature kind of buckles up, takes the restraint hand that you're in, like you're kind of wrapped, like the roots kind of grew around it, lifts up the earth that you're in and slams it back down. That is actually rolled like ass. That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage as it just picks up and slams you back onto the ground.
Still pretty painful. Okay.
It's still not good. You slam back on the ground. You just hear, this is conversation happening solely in your mind.
In my mind?
Yes. It is now, like, when you said, "Let's make a deal," the reply was not audible. You're hearing it. It's just like, terms have changed. 2 favors.
3 favors. Take it or leave.
2 favors? Wait, am I still
letting
under
this,
6 seconds, or can I?
I'm letting this dialogue happen. Then
Okay.
I'm gonna draw some lines when we get to a point. Yeah.
2 favor? You made him hit me 2 times.
I didn't make it do anything. This isn't mine.
Ooh. That's
Oh
crazy.
shit. Fine. 2 favors.
Done. You feel like your torch. You feel like the fire grow around in a circle around you, and then the creature fully recoils back, seeing this growing fire around you, and just sulks back a little bit into like somewhat of the like just back away as you are. There's a ring of fire kind of around you, in a sense. You are no longer grappled. It releases you having this happen. And then they kind of like coming next to you now, standing next to you, there is Larry, like a little bit more cleaned up.
Fucking Larry, man.
Just kind of looks over at the creature and just like looks over at it, looks back at you, is like, I can get it to leave you be, and you can make your way back home. And I will talk with you in a moment.
Make my way back home, as in
Leave the mire.
I keep walking.
You can leave the mire safely.
How am I leaving safely? How do I know that?
We made a deal.
Fine.
He kind of just looks over at your kind of like, because you like got thrashed onto the ground multiple times. You have been like concussed, bruised, and bloodied from just the trauma of that, just the bodily trauma. And Larry just kind of says like, oh, stay in the fire a moment, and then I'll return and tell you it's safe.
Sounds good.
And Larry just steps back, leaves the shadow as the creature is still very much there, staying about 20 feet away from the edge of the fire. You flip it off, and then this thing. You haven't got like a clear visual on this thing yet. Like you've seen like there's the root. You've seen that there's armor within it. You've seen it has a form of sorts, and there's certainly vegetation involved. But it stays back mostly in shadow. Braff, Cordell, Gallon. Gallon, go ahead and try to grapple Braff if you don't mind.
Richter.
Cordell is me.
Whatever. Look,
You passed by
Cordell,
Richter.
you're doing great. Richter, you're doing great.
I do pass by Richter. I'm sorry, Richter.
I don't give a shit.
Fuck. 6.
6.
I'm dead.
Okay.
Okay.
You just go to grab it and just like you're able to get a hand on it and it's somewhat stable, but he just kicks immediately away. Like
Doesn't
he
have to
fights
roll?
you to get past.
You have to roll.
Go ahead and roll, but
Like
you've got a 6 breath. There is him and his stats, and there's also what's happening.
Okay.
Like there's a threshold is what's happening. Tell you mechanically, like you need to roll above a certain thing to have a shot. It's a similar thing to like structure damage.
You need to roll above 20.
do. A
not
grapple
20.
does take the one. So I think technically a grapple takes 1 attack. Could I grapple again?
No, it takes.
Sure, I'll let you try grappling again.
Well, grapple. No, so like you can either shove or knock prone as one of your attack actions. Grappling and possessing a creature is an action as itself.
But if you fail the first one, then he has to
Grapple's
attack.
the whole thing.
Grapple is your
It is,
action. Yes, because that is a
You're
condition.
not in combat though, so I'm gonna let you just take another shot at it as he's just wiggling away from you.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
just,
fucking wiggling.
bro. I'm swimming, dude. I'm out.
Yeah, he's going down.
Yeah.
I'm out of here, dog. Gonna go say hi to the basement monster.
Get that one.
Holy shit, this song is loud.
15.
All right, go ahead and roll the contested.
Oh shit, yeah, boy. Come on, roll low as fuck. You say 15? Hey, yo, this wizard's
This is
proficient.
25.
This wizard's proficient in athletics, bro. 17.
Oh damn, that is right. We do have the one swole wizard. Braff is like moving past you, just kicking.
I'm cooking.
Like, you get a hand like kind of on it this time, like a little bit more firm of a grasp, and he just kicks away and continues down these steps.
You know who Michael
Yeah,
Phelps
you-
is?
And say ah. It's like you little shit. Can I? Hold on. So if I roll, if I kind of moved, so he's like swimming, so I could theoretically move a little bit faster than him probably.
Yeah, the keeping up with him is not the problem right
Okay, can I move down horizontal with him? If I like punch him in the head, will that give me any advantage on the strength?
now. You would have to kind of like maneuver past him to get there, so there'd be like kind of like an awkward like jumping past to go further down the stairs to get up to him because the hallway's narrow.
Okay.
You'd
Not
have to like either straddle him or just fucking get ahead of him. But yeah,
just whatever would like actually kind of like stop him, because like punching him in the ass won't necessarily stop him.
well, yeah, you would tell me what would you like to do to stop him,
Hold on.
or you were gone from headlights blinding you to just the blackest night.
It's crazy.
An ideal. Is he allowed to roll again yet, or no?
Bro, if you want to punch my
I get-
character in
hold
the
on,
fucking
I
head,
guess-
just do it.
I guess in the sense of the help action to.
Dude, help my head with your fist.
So yeah. So in essence, like the help action with the saving throw, can I do some bludgeoning damage to his head?
You can punch him in the head if you want.
Well, like, so not disguise, but like RP wise, like I'm helping him with the saving throw for being whatever.
Yo, don't think of
Mhm.
mechanics. Think of what you're gonna do. And if it's punch me in the
Okay,
head,
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit
bro,
him.
punch me in the
Please hit
fucking head, bro.
Alright, do I roll attack with?
I am prone, technically.
1 second.
Two attacks.
You should have advantage on prone in theory. I don't know, but it's
you can, and I'll tell you this.
Like,
You
would
can
that
punch
help?
him in the fucking head.
Would that help snap him out of it?
No. Or you don't know, or like,
I don't
look,
know that.
you
I'm
can
doing it
just
anyway.
like you're asking me. For one, you're asking me a lot of mechanical questions about it, and I'll let you do whatever you'd like to do about it. But also,
Okay.
you don't know the nature of a lot of things that are happening here.
I'm gonna punch him in the head, disguised as the help action. If that works, it works. If not, I'm still punching him in the head.
Disguised as the help action.
Go ahead. You're hitting him with advantage because he's pro.
That's fucking funny.
Actually, I will say this. No, I'll just let it be. Yeah, just go and punch him.
Got 20, bitch. Let's get it.
Are you kidding me?
No, I don't know. Right? That's
You need to beat a 14.
God, Todd.
You need to beat a 14.
That's like a 23.
Sick.
Bro, I fucking boom. I fucking like shit. And I fucking hit you.
I mean, you might just knock him out cold.
What?
I would
Ooh,
hope so.
That's not ideal. What's the bludgeoning damage unarmed is D4
Mhm.
plus strength.
And then I'm pretty okay. Now I'm not gonna rule.
I'm pretty sure it is your strength modifier.
It's just your
Oh,
strength
just
modifier, unless
Yeah.
unless you have certain
And
things.
Tavern
That
Brawl, I think, adds.
Then that
yeah,
would be three bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you just kind of run up to Breath. You're able to like kind of catch up with him. Just kind of run over, just like bop him on the back of the head. So Breath, you're in this moment of turmoil and just like tries moving through frantically, and just like you just get hit on the back of the head.
Does his head? I mean, if he's so close to the ground, does he like bang his head on the stairs too?
He does. I would say there's a little bit of like, but the damage you're taking is going to be the 3 damage. There's not going to be increased damage from the fact that you happen to be on a staircase.
I am looking, so it says that arcane ward. The ward has a hit points. Blah blah whatever. Whenever you take damage, the ward takes it instead. So
Yes, so that should apply here.
Yes, so I'll be taking 3 of the ward and not my personal stash.
Can I grapple again?
You can attempt to grapple again, absolutely.
Bro, this is a perma effect. I'm a cry.
Well, hold on. Does grappling?
It-
but in regards to the first roll, would grappling have advantage if he's prone?
I don't believe so, but also I'll say this. Braf, so you know, for right now, you are under this effect, and you will have, let me make sure, because this is one thing I did not homebrew. You will have disadvantage on saving throws.
What?
You're gonna have for the grapple, if he beats the one thing that I had added here, just so you know, because this is a confusing thing to deal with. The one thing I added was he needs to beat the threshold to like grapple you, because him rolling a 9 is like you're too slippery. But you will, as I'm realizing here, you're just gonna have disadvantage anyway on the
Nice.
save.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll attempt to grapple
Mhm.
again. Does Richter get farther down there?
Richter's behind you, but he's moving.
Okay.
Like you guys are all this whole time you're in combat, you're moving
Fuck
down
yeah.
the staircase. Like, and by
21.
combat I mean trying to get Braf.
Oh, I got 21.
21. Okay.
Don't have 20.
I got a 3 and a 4. So 7 or 8 and a 9.
Got you. So yeah, you're able to just grab him and like fully stop Braf from moving down these stairs. Like you got him, and then you take control of him. You have it as he's kind of trying to swim down.
Hey, Braf, listen to me.
I kind of carefully skirt my way around and holding onto the side of the wall.
You have to fight it.
As this is happening, Richter's kind of like zombified moving down. As Anders is also he's been made some distance away from Braf as you have been like just kind of grabbing at him. So Anders is kind of scurrying down the hole as well.
I'm not moving as fast. I'm pretty scared of the whole situation.
You're definitely not moving that fast. So you're caught behind this roadblock of Gallon and Braf.
But I
Have you
think
used?
I don't make my way past them.
They're in the way. You can move past them, but it's very much like you're gonna have to like fucking push Gallon to one side to try to get past. Like it's becoming a tighter hole here.
Okay, that's what I'm doing then.
Okay.
To me, it's like I'm like in like a cave, and the cave walls are closing in. I'm just like trying to like muscle through. Like no, I gotta get to the end. You know, I can see the light at the end.
Gotcha.
Wait.
You
Braf-
can
What,
snap
am
your-
I able to use the help action for Braf?
So you can say you want to give him the help action, but what is your character trying to do?
I'm trying to help him get on charmed, frightened, whatever.
Sure. So, okay, what would you like to try doing here? Are you gonna how do you want to try figuring out what's happening? Do you want to try?
I guess I'll try and figure out what's happening for the best way to like snap him out of it.
Sure. By all means, go ahead and roll either Arcana or Medicine, perhaps, or whatever you think is going to make the most sense to you.
Brava's
Still
also
do
full on
Arcana.
crying at this point too.
Still do Arcana. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. Telling everybody.
13.
13 on Arcana. Okay. You just see how frantically. For one, you're seeing Branf acting wild. You see this. And also, you've been moving down the tunnel now for a couple seconds. You had to rush down as. Sorry, the music just took a whole different direction, and I did not like that.
We've
Like,
entered
you
the
guys been
matrix
moving down
just
there.
as
It's
I predicted.
Yeah, you're still hearing music imminent. You're hearing it from further down still, but you are not. You've shrugged it off. But it seems like whatever is happening has gripped Braff. You're seeing Richter trying to move past you. It's still affecting him. It's affecting Anders. You know enough about Arcana to know the difference between a spell and a curse. And this is certainly a thing that has taken over and is inhabiting. This is a thing that's going to be affecting them until you figure out the how and the what and the why.
That's fucking crazy. I'll mute my mic.
There's plenty of things you can do about it, but this is whatever is happening here is a lot more than shaking him.
What's Cyrus doing? Isn't he good?
Cyrus is up above. He's making his way down concerningly, but Gallon's been the one up ahead with the sword, grabbing at people. So he's behind you guys.
There's plenty of things you can do about it, he says.
Well, there's plenty of things you can do about it, but yeah, you have to.
Can I roll insight?
Sure. What are you trying to be insightful of?
Trying to figure out what I can do about it. I don't know what I can do about it. I don't have
Sure.
anything
You can try
mechanically.
rolling maybe medicine, history. You could try whatever way you're gonna try to figure out the cause or
Actions too. Things you can do.
Because you can roll insight to try to look over him, but in order to kind of figure out the this of it,
Roll history.
Sure, yeah, you can do that, or whatever you'd like to do.
I'm just crying.
Ah, you bitch. Nat 20.
Crying.
Let's go.
Dude, you fuck. Ah, God. What's up with you and Corey? Just getting the cheeky nat 20s.
Because the game knows what you're trying to do, and they don't want you to do it.
Okay. A history check.
I'm also 3
Hearing the
cowboys
name
in, so-
Voldra earlier today, unprompted, has put your mind in a certain sense of you're just kind of paying quite a bit of attention. You got this artifact of some kind, as a necklace of some kind that's necrotic. You saw an example of hexes. You saw an example of things. With a nat 20, I will tell you this. You're hearing this song. You recognize bits of it. For one, you're hearing all the voices are. You're hearing distinct voices in this. There's not just a noise. There's multiple noises, and that lets you know enough. You did enough research, especially trying to hunt. Yeah, we all just got flashbang by Corey, huh? You are looking at enough of this.
Now he's in the
I will
eternal
say,
darkness.
looking up things about the hags and about the witches.
According to my
different things with-
backstory, I've searched for Voldra for 60 years.
Yes. Yeah, that's the. But there's certain things that hags and witches sometimes help hags. This is part of a research you've done. There is a thing that sometimes hags will grow and cultivate. They are intelligent themselves, but these are normally made with the aid of hags or possibly witches. It's called a night twist.
A night twist?
It seems it shouldn't be coming from underground. Normally they're out in the open, but what you're hearing with this noise and with your history check, the night twist is a form of tree life that feeds on people, and it gets them there by casting this a spell and curse, which draws the people to the tree. I'll say your nat 20 was about the curse, so you know. Without having something to remove the curse fully, they're in danger for sure. Even if they left the area, there's going to be like detrimental side effects. There's been case studies on people like being affected by this, and like without the remove curse ability, they would slowly die. But you know enough about this to know that once they get to the tree, the tree is there, and the spell is removed once the tree interacts with them. The tree just gets them there.
Oh, the spell just gets us to the tree. Okay.
On your goddamn nat 20.
You know what I do have, but I love the metagame, but I can't. Well, I guess.
I will say...
You know what I fucking brought was chains and manacles, but they're in my backpack.
Oh, it's almost like someone brought your backpack to you, dipshit.
You willfully chose to leave it on the ground up there.
Well, like... You can't fight with a backpack on, let's just be honest.
Yo, watch me. Watch me swim down these flights of steps with a backpack on.
Yeah.
Oh, and so I grappled him. Can I search Braff's backpack real quick?
I mean, he's moving about. He's trying to get downstairs. To be more transparent, because for one, I understand you guys are under a curse, and that's somewhat annoying. So I'll be a little bit more transparent about the exact wording on this, just so you're aware. They are compelled to seek the source of the will neglect all other tasks and needs in order to do so. So you guys are in the throes of this right now, but. Like, and you can try to make them hold still and such, but there's always going to be that need for them to continue down. That will always be their first priority. You can try searching his bag, but you're going to be fighting a Braff that I will say at this point, just to expedite things. I'm not rolling for it, but Braff is trying to get away. Richter is trying to get past you right now. It's kind of standing there. And actually, I will say this, Richter, if you could roll me a strength check. With disadvantage, as Cyrus is coming up behind you, trying to stop you. Is that
Cyrus?
Yeah. What's It's kind of grabbing him. Was like, what the fuck's everybody doing over here?
And you dragged him to the top.
That's a 5.
Okay, yeah. He just grabs you. Like, he just got you. He got a 20, not a nat, but like his was a 20 total.
Yeah, my strength is a -1 on account of I'm a little guy.
The curse is luring them down.
Okay, what do you want to say? Kind of grab him. Where's Anders? Is he?
He's heading down the tunnel.
Shit. So we need to go get him? Like.
I don't think there's much we can do. Can you help me bring them back up? And we need to lock the door.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. I will need you to make a strength. And I'll do strength.
I'm gonna attempt to drag Braff up.
Yeah, and Braff, please make me contested strength.
With disadvantage?
Yes, still with disadvantage.
He's not prone, is he? I would have dragged him up.
No, like you're carrying him up the stairs now too. Like you're getting it to get control of him.
14.
14.
Got 18.
Okay, and then Richter, if you don't mind rolling me a strength check. As well.
Or what now?
A strength, because now you're trying to get downstairs, and Cyrus has you, and he's going to try bringing you upstairs.
I'm going to wild shape into a snake.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he just holds you, grabs you, and you just turn fully into a snake. Yeah.
So
I would say go ahead and
slither away from him.
Go ahead and
Hey, you guys give him inspiration for not metagaming, bro.
He went to try to re-grasp you as you started slithering away and got a natural 1.
Okay, great. That's what I want.
So you're having control of, having somewhat control of Braff, turning and rotating him as you just hear like, oh shit, Richter, he's a snake! As there's a snake kind of like slithering between your legs and just moving quickly down the steps past you.
Oh. Grab him.
Yeah, it's going past. You're in a narrow hallway. There's only you between, like, oh, you're.
I say, take the boy.
Okay. And he's gonna go. You're now having to do a changing of the guard.
Get off me! Get off! I'm like at this point now. I've turned back from like I'm no longer like lunging forward. I'm like actively fighting them at this point.
Yeah. It's like kind of like going like this, and Cyrus kind of goes to like try to now grapple you again, Jared.
All right. Oh shit, Blee.
Natural 20, bro. He's fucking starts killing her.
Yeah, 17 and a 19. That put me at 22.
All right, so you beat his 10. As he goes to grapple you, as like you, Todd, are you like releasing Braff and then turning to get the snake? You're just kind of like trying to do a changing of the guard. He's just trying to grab at him. I would say at this point, I would say Braff is fucking free.
Yeah, I break free
between the two of you, but he's free.
I'm no longer prone. I'm just hauling ass down the steps now at this point. Like I feel like with kind of how the scenario is changing and how it's being grappled, I feel like like kind of like you're saying with a dream state, right? It's like I was swimming after my brother, right. But then as I'm getting grabbed and he pulled, it almost feels like now. Like the scene changes and it's almost like I'm in like an alleyway of some sort, and people like guards or people entities are pulling me away, and I see my little brother like walking away, and he's right. Almost like it's then like transitions into this like funneling of the tunnel as he's walking down these steps, and I like swing wildly, break free, and I'm now sprinting. I hit the steps, now I'm just going down the steps as my kind of like that distorted reality where like now my brother's already at the bottom of the steps. And now I'm just going, and then it like oblongs out, and the steps are just so many as I'm hauling.
Got you. Gallon, did you make me? I really never mind. Braff rolled high enough, unless you released him to go grab the snake. Are you gonna go try to just grapple the snake? Because now Braff is got past you.
No, I let him go.
Okay.
I'm gonna say to
Cyrus, just like
Cyrus.
Yeah, Cyrus is there. Cyrus Mason.
Say it's no use.
Okay, what are we doing?
I'm going.
Let's go. We need to go get them.
We need to go down there. We need to stop at the source. If you come with me, it's certain death. I will not ask you to do it.
Why has it got to be certain death? Let's go get them. Let's.
Oh, so what do you say? It was a hag. It was a. What do you say it was? The thing that's drawing him down there.
It's called a night twist. It's a tree.
It's a night twist. It draws them down. It draws them to it. I don't think there's much we can do to stop it. We have to stop at the source. We need to make our way down there, past them.
All right. Well. Is it a tree? Is that what you said?
It must be. Something of the sort. We must go.
All right. Well. Let's go get them.
Right,
let's not waste any more time. I need to just.
All right,
Draz needs to torch out now. And
yeah, I'm just gonna run down the hallway.
All right. With everybody running down the stairs after the two delirious members. And Cordell waiting in a ring of fire.
Hey, three Anders, bro. Come on. There's 3 delirious members.
I'm talking about who's here, all right?
Oh, shit.
I will say you hear moving behind you as you're moving make your way down Gallon. As up ahead above you, you see kind of in a dream, like kind of feeling the walls and slowly making his way down is Edmir.
Oh.
I just keep going.
But with that, I think that's not a bad point to end it here, and I will happily say with what's happening, next session will certainly be the last session.
Oh, hang on. It's only 8:16 p.m.
Nah. I feel like...
It's only 8:17.
Nah. Ooh, boy. It's either... I feel like if we try to finish tonight, bro, it's be 10-hour session. I feel like it's...
If we try to finish tonight,
this is good.
Well, just the things I laid out and just... dealing with those things I've laid out is already going to be a lot.
Yeah, this is good. I think.
I mean, think we were gonna finish. I just thought, since we don't got anything going tomorrow.
I think that we're kind of at the time is what's happening.
Yeah.
Getting close to the time, and we're gonna.
Todd, it's already. I know you want to keep playing, but it's already been 4 hours though. So we gotta.
Bro,
We got it. I know it's fucking intense, bro. Hey, no one wants to be saved more than me, but I can't. Here I am.
I will say, I love throwing monsters like this, but there is the part of me inside where I'm just hey, you guys got cursed, and I'm just seeing the fuck. I'm like, I know, I feel bad too.
I know the sadness. Well, I
you guys all rolled like shit.
I don't feel as bad for myself as Cordell. That dude's on some. That dude's on the groovy train. The fucking
Cordell is
demonic.
Cordell is
About
where
to
he
be
is.
home.
I still think Cordell has the best chance of surviving.
Yeah, well,
Damn.
tonight, but not the future when he gets asked to kill God as a contract redeemed, and he just gets
Well,
smited.
but easier.
But
The
that's
contract-
He has
Maybe
to
go
kill
back into the red
two
mine.
gods
Oh
now, right?
yeah, that's great.
But yeah, I guess with that, if you guys are all good, we can go ahead and wrap up the stream here. For
Yeah.
whoever been watching and enjoying it, yeah, things are going for sure, and we'll pick it up again next Sunday.
Just to hang
We're
on.
wrapping it up today. We'll do another session tomorrow.
Hey,
Tomorrow?
we'll converse. Check the
We'll
Twitch,
converse. We'll
check the
converse.
Twitch
We'll
schedule
converse.
and-
But for now,
yeah.
for everybody who's watching, we're gonna converse, and we're gonna be playing on a day.
Yeah.
I'm
It
sure
is, man.
Jared has his ways of letting you guys know that.
Twitch schedule.
No, Twitch schedule. That's that actual
Hey,
real
everyone,
thing.
tune in tomorrow for more Dungeons and Dragons. Tune in tomorrow, everybody.
Tune in tomorrow and we'll definitely be here for the thrilling conclusion.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow for the thrilling.
All right,
conclusion.
all right. Y'all have a
I
good
don't
night.
know.
Thanks for watching.
Everybody have a good night. And
Yeah.
we'll catch you when we catch you.